You know, it's a strange world we live in when you have these men that try their best to hide their tracks, cover up. Auston Holleman changed the title of his video after receiving backlash from the Red Pill section, from Passport Bros, and from myself. The dude switched his video title from Passport Bros in Brazil with 6-year-olds to Are Americans in Brazil with 6-year-olds. You know, I don't even know why you switched your title for. The damage was already done because your whole video was talking about Passport Bros in the Red Pill section. Try to switch that. You can't. The reason why you can't switch nothing, this is why you can't. Let me do this real quick. All right? This is why you can't. You see this? Hold on, let me clean my phone. Give me a minute, gang. Clean my phone. Phone dirty. Clean this lens up. All right? Okay, we should be good. Check this out. You see that? You see that, gang? This is what a hypocrite do. It went from this before, that's what it was. Passport Bros in Brazil with 6-year-olds. This hypocrite switched it to Are Americans in Brazil with 6-year-olds when he know damn well that the topic is about Floyd Wallace. Why didn't he just put Floyd Wallace in Brazil with 6-year-olds? You know why? Because he's playing dumb. He threw the Passport Bros under the bus. He threw the Red Pill brothers under the bus so they could get hit by the bus. He didn't throw Floyd under the bus in the title. I mean, why would this dude even put Passport Bros in Brazil with 6-year-olds when he know good and well that the topic is supposed to be about Floyd Wallace? The reason why he didn't is because all the backlash will be coming to him headstrong. That's why he didn't put that name in the title, because people will be like, hold up, that's your man's. So he made it seem like Passport Bros are in Brazil messing with underage children. Because what this title suggests is that more than one Passport Bros, more than one were messing with kids. Not one 6-year-old. To the person who keep on posting some damn name, let me put you on the block list. I'm getting tired of your ass. Like, you keep coming to my damn page every minute. Every minute you posting the same damn name. Now you on my block list. Get the fuck off my channel, man. Tired of people running their damn mouth all damn day. You know what I mean? Don't come here running and posting people names all damn day. You got something to say about somebody, you go talk about it. The topic is in the title. You know what I mean? I don't got no time to play with none of y'all. I don't know none of y'all. You know what I mean? You got something for me, you send it on my Instagram. You don't flood and spam my page with somebody damn name. I don't know who the hell you talking about. You putting names out there like I know this person. I don't rock with none of these dudes on YouTube. I don't like none of these dudes. You know what I mean? Straight up and down. What I'm talking about is Auston Holleman. That's the subject, right? You want to talk about somebody, you go start a YouTube channel and you talk about them, right? You ain't supporting these shows. You ain't hitting the Cash App. You ain't hitting nothing. You ain't even supporting the show. Half of you don't even hit the damn like button, but you want to throw names around like I'm supposed to just jump online and start talking about this and talking about that, and you don't even support the damn shows. I'm the one putting in this work. So now, let me get back to my point. We're talking about this title. Auston Holleman switched his title because he was receiving backlash from the brothers. And again, let me make this crystal clear. I don't rock with none of you passport dudes. I don't rock with none of you red pill dudes. I don't know none of you dudes. You understand? What I'm doing here is doing my content. Because at the end of the day, none of you give two F's about me. None of you. You know what I mean? So real talk. I'm just keeping it a buck. Because at the end of the day, these YouTube streets is filled with a bunch of damn vipers and snakes. Everybody want their clicks and their views. Everybody trying to rise to the top. That's the game on social media. Nobody cares about nobody. Everybody trying to use the next man to get to the next level. That's how it is on social media, right? I'm the only one out here with some integrity when it comes to this content. So now, Auston received a lot of backlash because he's going around accusing everybody of talking about him like we trying to say that he's a pedophile. Nobody said this dude was some sort of pedophile. We don't know what this dude is doing, but he was hanging with a pedophile. And when you hang with a pedophile, chances are you may be involved in something like that, or you may know something about that. It is what it is. Everybody have every right to speculate and literally criticize and do all of that stuff because, again, that's your mans in them. You were in hotels with this dude, Airbnbs with this dude. You took this dude to shop. You did all of these things with this dude. You knew about this man's cell phone. You knew about the gimbal cameras. You knew about the SD cards. You knew about all these different things. So how in the world could you be flocking with a dude, going here, looking for women, smoking cigars? I mean, Floyd don't even know how to smoke a cigar. He looked doofy and goofy. But this is what Auston put him onto. You think that Floyd was just smoking cigars? Bro, he got that from Auston. Everything that Floyd kept doing, he learned from Auston. I keep telling you guys, the dude was a sponge. He learned as he go. When he went down to Brazil, the dude got down there with he went there with nothing, just the shirt on his back. That's why he always wore that red shirt. You understand what I mean? Everybody kept complaining about that red shirt, You know what I mean? That's all he had on. Why would Auston take a weirdo to go shop? Why would he do that? Why would any grown man spend money on another man that he hardly even know, who come down to Brazil with nothing? No money, nothing? That don't even make no sense. So Auston switched the title because a couple of the guys made videos calling him out. Now, the reason why I got to make this video is to put Holleman on notice. Just because you switch your title don't mean nothing. You know why? The damage is already done. And we have multiple witnesses of other brothers that clearly saw your title and what your title meant. You put that video title out there to put all the focus on the passport bros and the red pill sector, to make yourself look like you're some damn church boy, some choir boy, when you're a damn sex tourist, in your own damn words. And try me if you want. In your own words, you declared that you're a sex tourist. That's what you said. You understand what I mean? So the thing about Auston is that he plays the victim. This is typical of what happened with these YouTubers, guys. Anytime I have run-ins with these dudes, bro, and I'm exposing them, I notice they always cry like damn women all day, and they play the victim. They love playing the victim. I see this type of pattern every single time. And they really don't have nothing to say about nobody else. It's always with me because I'm the one that really exposing them. All these other YouTubers, they're not really exposing Auston. They're not really doing anything. They just kind of just making videos to get some content, make a few dollars on the side. But when it comes to Ringo TV, when I do these contents, bro, I'm really exposing people for real. And I'm making the viewer stop and think and be like, wait a minute, you right. Yeah, I know I'm right. That's why Auston is more pissed with me out of all the brothers. I'm mainly the target. I'm the guy that Auston fear. You know why? Because I'm speaking the truth. Everybody else is bought and paid for. Everybody else is hypocrites in these streets. A lot of these YouTubers that are even making videos about Auston are tricks, These are dudes that just go out there smashing and dashing women. None of these dudes got wives. None of these dudes are making kids. None of these dudes are doing anything. They're all scrambling and acting like they're all righteous men when they do the same damn thing that Holleman do, the same damn thing that Floyd did, the same damn thing that all of these so-called passport bros do. Look, guys, bottom line, passport bros in a nutshell, it's just a group of damn dogs that go overseas to fuck women, period. That's it. Them dudes is not going over there to find no wives. They're not going over there to do nothing else. Let's just call it what it is. The problem is with these dudes is they come on social media to talk all their business. I don't know why they do this, but in my opinion, they do it because they want to take shots at black women in America, primarily American women. They want American women to believe that these guys got better options overseas. That's why they keep calling themselves passport bros. Number one, how do you sign up to be a passport bro? How do you sign up? What's the membership fee? Who do you go to? Is it in a logbook? Like, who's a member? See, that's a problem. Anybody could call themselves a passport bro, and anybody can denounce themselves from being a passport bro, but yet they're still practicing passport bro ideology. It don't make no sense. That's like you were in the Christian church. You say, I'm no longer a Christian. Yeah, I get it, but you still following Jesus Christ. So even if you say, I'm no longer a Christian, because I made videos saying I'm no longer a Christian, and people get confused because they still see me following the Bible. Then I made videos saying I'm no longer a Hebrew Israelite. I don't follow that Hebrew Israelite stuff no more. But they're like, but you still following the Bible. So even if you denounce being a Christian, denounce being a Hebrew Israelite, if you are still a practitioner of the so-called religion, then it doesn't matter what you say. So just because these guys denounce being passport bros, they're still doing passport bro talking points, passport bro practices. They're doing the same thing. So just saying you're not a passport bro no more is not saying anything because you're doing what passport bros do. Again, I made a video yesterday of a video that MTR did 2 years ago, which featured Floyd in the video. In that video, MTR said that the passport bros are winning. He shouted out Auston Holleman, and he was bigging up Floyd Wallace. And he looked at them and called them passport bros. You see that? When the passport bros was receiving heat, Auston Holleman tried to distance himself from that and thought that everything is good. Dude, that don't even make no sense. You're still a passport bro. And here's another thing, guys. You have Auston Holleman going around on YouTube claiming that he's getting married. Ninja, you're not getting married. Stop talking that bullshit. You ain't getting married. You know how I know you're not getting married? If Auston Holleman got married, his whole operation is done. You ain't going to be able to do nothing in terms of travel videos, in terms of going to this place, that place. There's no more content. If you married and you have a wife, there is no more content. There is nothing else you could do. The business stops. You understand what I mean? In order to be a true traveler, you cannot be attached to some woman that's a wife. You would have to be a single dude because that's the only way you're going to be able to sell this gimmick to dumbass men who believe in you clowns, who think that you're going overseas to find a wife. It's interesting that once the Floyd situation popped up, all of a sudden, Holleman talking about he's getting married soon. Y'all don't peep the game? It kind of remind me of that attorney dude that was rocking with Kevin Samuels. I remember when before Kevin Samuels was murdered, you had some attorney clown talking about, yeah, I'm engaged to be married. Where's the marriage? Where's that marriage? All these dudes are talking about getting married. They ain't get married yet. It don't take that long to do it. Just go do it. So Holleman, when you getting married? When are you getting married? When? You ain't getting married. Stop the cap. Like I said, you getting married means the end of your entire platform, all the work that you do, it's over. There's no need to support a guy that is already married. Do you understand what I'm saying? You can't play the travel thing if you already have a wife. It's not the same no more. Because what are you going to talk about? What are the adventure videos? What can you do? You're going to be traveling around with your woman? That's what it is? It's not going to be too much fun no more. You ain't going to be able to reach anybody. So This whole I'm getting married thing is him trying to distance himself from the situation with Floyd. And I can guarantee you this, gang. I can guarantee you that Holleman already knew about the Floyd situation before it actually hit YouTube. Before BMT made a video about it, and we're going to do videos about his videos too, because I'm hearing word in these YouTube streets that he was defending Floyd. I don't know if that's a fact, but at the same time, we coming for you too. We're going to look at your videos and find out what the hell you doing, because I don't care who you dudes is, bro. I don't rock with none of you cats. I'm here to just do my job, because based on what I'm seeing, all you dudes are trying to distance yourself from each other because y'all scrambling. And this is a problem. That's why I told you guys a long time ago, don't trust these dudes. I remember when that Chantel Simone woman was defending these damn passport bros, and I exposed her, and I exposed Holleman, I exposed everybody. Everybody, because she was rocking with these dudes. Notice you don't see her with them no more. You know why? Because of my videos, bro. When she was rocking with them dudes, I exposed her and I exposed them dudes for who they really are. And when she saw them videos, she probably was like, you know what? I don't want no smoke. I'm done. You know what I mean? Because when I do my exposed videos, I go in. I don't sugarcoat. I make the world see who these people are. Holleman is not getting married to nobody. That's a lie. Where's the where the ring? Where's the engagement ring, Holleman? You getting married? Okay, so you're supposed to be engaged. Why all of a sudden now you're telling the world this? How convenient. How convenient that your man, Floyd Wallace, is arrested, and then all of a sudden now, yeah, you know, I'm getting married, guys. You know, I'm getting married. Yeah, you ain't getting married. That's a damn lie. That's you trying to do damage control to try to make everybody believe, like, look, guys, I don't want no problems. I'm about to go get married, start a family. Yeah, now, after you done ran through so many women, being a sex tourist, that's what you've been doing all this time. Do you care to tell a judge that? Do you care to tell a judge why you're on video telling the world that you're a sex tourist? It's on video. That's right. We got the videotapes. That's right. We have matter of fact, guys, I got a big surprise, guys. I'm literally coming out with a documentary, guys. Literally. I'm so inspired by this particular case. Literally, I'm coming out with a documentary about the passport bros, guys. I'm definitely working on this because there's so much evidence on social media. It's going to be beautiful, guys. Absolutely beautiful. This dude literally threw the passport bros under the bus so that the Brazilian news media can focus on passport bros. Then he tried to throw the Red Pill brothers under the very same bus, but he never mentioned Floyd in his video title. He know the topic is about Floyd, but he made it seem like a broader, he used a paintbrush to paint a broader picture as if though all of the passport bros are pedophiles. That's basically what he did. But it's the same ninja that is crying online right now about, oh, you know, people accusing me like I'm a pedophile, but you accused all the passport bros of being a pedophile. You accused all the Red Pill brothers of being pedophiles. In your very video, you was like, yeah, you know, these guys, they try to bring the age limit down to about 18. And who you talking about? Name names, sucker. Name names. You busy talking. Name names. Who you talking about? Who? You talking about passport bros, Red Pill. Who? Because the topic is supposed to be about your mans, Floyd. So while you're trying to do all this damage control, you're trying to make yourself appear like you a good dude, bro. You are not a good dude. You're not. You have a whole army of videos of you just being a damn whoremonger, just using women, taking advantage of women, just steamrolling through women overseas. And then you bring this sorry dude into these YouTube streets, introduce him to the passport bros. You brought him in on video. You declared that he was inspired by your content. That's right. And you took him shopping because he had nothing. You put him up in a place to stay. You did all of these things. You did these things. You talked in your video that, oh, you know, these Red Pill passport brothers, Yeah, they be looking for 18-year-olds. Bro, you on your channel in a video with Floyd. Floyd and you is literally swiping through Tinder. And all you see is the age 18, 19, 20, 18, 19, 20. Y'all were looking at 18-year-olds, 19-year-olds, and 20-year-olds. But you're in your video talking about, oh, I don't do that stuff. I wouldn't even mess with an 18-year-old. You were doing it on camera. I'm going to bring out all these things, bro. Like, you a straight hypocrite, dog. Like, do you not realize the amount of information that's on your platform right now? If I'm literally combing through all of this info, you don't think the feds is doing the same thing? You don't think the Brazilian police, the feds, is not combing through your platform, combing through Only Foreign's platform? You don't think the feds are looking at all these Passport Bros platforms, looking at all y'all videos? They're putting this thing together, man. And sooner or later, you guys are going to get that knock at that door. You're going to get that knock at that door. And Holleman going to be the first one. Because why? Once they take a look at those SD cards, because here's the thing. Based on all the reports and everything that's coming in, it appears as if though Floyd already knew they was on to him. They already was in an investigation in regards to Floyd. And basically because of Floyd's lust, they set up a sting operation. They made Floyd believe that underage girls was coming to his room. You understand what I'm saying? Even though he knew they were investigating him, this devil still had a lust for young children. And when they came to that door, he thought it was the children. He thought the young girls was coming over. And it was the police. Because this been going on. This didn't just happen. Like how we're all talking about it now. This thing popped off early December. Early December this started, guys. Do you understand what I mean? Well, what I don't like is the fact that this dude Holleman is acting like he a Christian now. He acting like he found Jesus Christ. And then you got all these idiots that keep defending him, talking about, well, you really can't associate another man to what another man do. What? Fam, if Floyd was my partner in them, everybody will be coming after me. What are you talking about? If I brought Floyd to YouTube and introduced him to all the brothers, and you see me and Floyd traveling around, and we're doing all of this stuff, you seeing us interacting, and we're doing this for a long time, months and months and months. I got thousands of videos with it. And then something like this happened, you think y'all gonna leave me alone? No, y'all gonna be on my tail, bro. And y'all know that. Because half of you suckers on YouTube, especially you damn content creators who always talking shit about me, oh, y'all just love talking ish. Y'all talk ish all day. A bunch of damn lies and slander and all sorts of evil. And y'all do this all the time. So imagine if me and Floyd was cool and something like this happened. Y'all be dragging me forever and ever and ever. But when it comes to Auston, for some reason, all of a sudden now, everybody's wanting to turn a blind eye to the obvious. How you gonna be someone's partner and not know their tendencies? How you not gonna see that? How could you be around a man that you claim is a weirdo? You claim that your man is a weirdo, but you hang with him all that time. You hang with him. Listen, Auston is the one who came on YouTube claiming that Floyd is autistic or have some sort of mental issues. Like, how you know all of this? And why would you throw him under the bus like that? See? So you was hanging around with a dude that had these issues? That makes it even worse. Auston, you were in your video. And see, when we review the tapes, I want you guys to peep game. I want you to understand the sicko mind of Auston. When Auston was trying to throw the Red Pill brothers under the bus and the Passport Bros, he said something a little diabolical and sick. He said something along the lines of how when he was in high school or when he was younger, that the virgins lost their virginity around 14 years old. How you know? How you know this? How you know that all the girls at 14 years old lost their virginities? How you know that, Auston? How do you know that? How? How do you know that? These are the things that a lot of people not peeping, because he tried to throw the red pill guys under the bus by talking about, oh, they're always going for 18-year-olds and they're going for this. Like, he put the whole focus on people that have nothing to do with Floyd. And I'm like, why is he doing that? To distance himself, to make himself look like he don't do those things. Guys, when I bring out the videos of him and his man swiping through Tinder, looking for tenderonis, young tenderonis, it's going to shock you. That's why I don't understand why he even put out that public statement. It's embarrassing. This dude ruined his reputation himself. His whole reputation is done. And by the pure fact that he changed his video title from Passport Bros in Brazil with 6-year-olds to Americans in Brazil with 6-year-olds, bro, you destroyed your reputation with this thing. Literally. Literally, by you even switching your title, you ruin your reputation even more, because what this proves is that you did something diabolical. That means that you deliberately clickbaited people, you deliberately spreaded misinformation, you deliberately slandered the Passport Bros, you deliberately slandered all the brothers in the red pill space by holding them up as being pedophiles. That's what you did. You did that with that video title. You caused a lot of damage to the point that the Brazilian news are literally throwing Passport Bros under the bus. You did that. You're the one who did that. That's right. You did that. Auston Holleman did that. That's the reason why the Brazil media put Passport Bros in the mix. It was because of Holleman. Because Holleman was the one that they used his video. Do you understand that? Notice, they didn't say, oh, you know, this channel and that channel. No, they were focusing on Passport Bros because that was the agenda that Holleman wanted. He wanted the heat to go to the Passport Bros. In other words, hey, I know in other words, he probably said, hey, I may be going down. I may end up getting some backlash, but hey, I want all of y'all to get backlash with me too. It ain't gonna just be me. Because you know he knows Floyd. So being that he knows Floyd, he was going to automatically get backlash. Listen, you don't think that Holleman keeps his eye and ears to the Brazilian news media? Remember, he speaks a little Portuguese, remember? So he should be able to understand a little bit and possibly read a little bit. So you don't think that his eyes and his ears is on the Brazilian news media? You think because BMT reported this news that Holleman didn't know about it already? You really gonna tell me that a man who had run-ins with Brazil, a man that is his job is to focus on all of this stuff, you gonna tell me he's not keeping his mind and his ears subscribed to these Brazilian YouTube channels so that he can know what's going on? He been knew about his mans in them. He been knew, guys. That's why you see him talking all this talk about, yeah, I'm getting married soon. Yeah, I'm getting married, guys. You know, I found me a woman and yeah, I'm going to be getting married soon. Well, we waiting. We waiting to see you get married. We waiting. We waiting to see you get married because I already know you're not getting married. I already know that. I already know you're not getting married. That's just a play. That's a play until all this cool down. And then whatever woman you're with, you're going to break up with her, just like your man Floyd broke up with that lady that he was in the video with at the restaurant. Remember the video that MTR reviewed? Remember the video where Floyd was like, yeah, I found this girl here and we're going to get married and have kids. He talked the same garbage. We're going to get married, have kids. He ain't get married. He dumped her or she dumped him. Matter of fact, there's a video on the channel where I believe your man Floyd was talking about the situation with him and the breakup with that same girl. All of this stuff I'm going to bring out too. You understand what I mean? He broke up or she broke up with him because she found out that this dude is a dog. Think about how that woman must feel right now, knowing that the guy she probably slept with, the guy she laid up with, is now on the news as a damn fruitcake. Imagine how she must feel, knowing that she's plastered all over social media. And this damn PDF file is out there messing with kids. Think about how that woman feel. Think about how all the women feel who dealt with these so-called passport bros. Think about that. Think about how ran through and used they feel. And this is what these men do, guys. These passport bros are dangerous to the community. These passport bros are a major problem. And when I say passport bros, I don't care how any of you feel, man. F your damn feelings, bro. Because at the end of the day, I'm a grown-ass man. I'm 48. Ain't no way I'm going to be on social media calling myself a passport bro at 48. You understand what I mean? Some of you dudes are clowns and you're goofy. Because a real grown man that is traveling, he don't have no time to be calling himself no damn passport bro. Just go do what you do and we won't know your business. Meaning, if you're a dude who just go overseas, have fun, sleep with women, do whatever, we won't know. You know why? Because you kept your damn mouth shut. But you guys be all over YouTube talking about who you sleeping with, posting pics, posting this. You're stupid. You know what I mean? All you're doing is creating a paper trail. All you're doing is giving the feds what they need. So when they build a case against all these passport bros, they're going to throw y'all into a trafficking ring. Because they're going to say all you guys know each other. All you guys travel with each other. All you guys have websites, Patreons, Instagrams, all these websites. You dudes are all involved in one collective. And right now, with all the drama going on, the feds are researching those files, bro. Those files that are on those SD cards, they are looking at it. And I can guarantee you, it's going to have a lot of other passport bros on those cards and those phones, including Holleman. He's going to be on those phones too. And once they check it, they're going to be pissed off and they're going to realize, yeah, hey, we got to call this guy up. That's why he feels some type of way, because he knows he's on those cards. He knows that already. Matter of fact, if you go to Floyd's YouTube channel right now, go on his channel. There are videos up there where you see Holleman talking about, hey, man, we got to go find some women. And you could tell he don't even know that Floyd is filming them. Go check it for yourself. All of those, listen, all those clips going to be in my documentary. Everything. Everything's going to be in the documentary. It's going to be very, very educational, entertaining, everything, man. Because there are many video clips of Floyd recording Holleman, and Holleman don't even know he's being recorded. So imagine how many more recordings is on his phone that Holleman don't even know is out there. And they're going to have that. The feds is going to have that information. So Holleman can play the victim all he want. He could play the victim on YouTube all day. By the pure fact you hang with this dude, you have a lot of accountability when it comes to that dude's development. Because nobody on YouTube would even know who Floyd is until you brought him into space. Because Floyd was pretty much doing that auditing garbage, being a goofy dumbass in the street, putting his life on the line, doing stupid stuff. And when he saw these passport bros, he figured, hey, I could be like them. All of a sudden now, he's a passport bro. The dude is a straight loser. You look at Floyd, you know he's a loser. No woman in the United States would talk to him. None. No woman in the United States would give Floyd the time of day. One look at him, these women are smart enough not to waste their time. The reason why those women overseas give him the time of day is because they're impoverished or they just don't know. They see American, they think, oh, this is my ticket. Oh, I'm marrying an American. He probably promised and gaslight these women and love bombed them. Like, yeah, I'm going to bring you back to America. We're going to start a family. You're going to be able to get your green card. You're going to get this. You're going to get all of these different things. Lying to them like crazy. And because of all these promises, these women believed the lie. And they submitted to him. And this is what these passport bros do. That's all they do. You know what I mean? We would like to think that passport bros are really going overseas looking for culture. Man, stop it, bro. Stop it. We moving into 2026. Grown men are not going overseas because they want to eat some damn food. Grown men are not going overseas because they want to see some damn culture. Let's stop it, bro. Let's just cut to the chase. You dudes want to fuck. That's what you want to do. And see, here on Ringo TV Raw, I keep everything 100. Raw. These dudes are not going overseas because they're trying to find wives. They're going overseas because they want to sleep with women. Why? Because in America, they can't afford or pull the kind of woman they want to sleep with. That's why they say when you go overseas, you got a better deal. Better deal? So that's what you're doing? So you only going overseas because you want to sleep with women. Well, that makes you a sex tourist. That's what you are. And they hide the name under passport bro. Listen, the name passport bro, translation, sex tourist. I'm just calling it what it is, fam. I'm just calling it what it is. I don't care what nobody say. If I'm a dude, if Ringo TV was a dude that just wanted to go overseas to sleep with women, you would never know. I would never be on YouTube talking about nothing. I'll just be doing my thing and you would never know nothing. Because it's nobody's business, to be honest with you. If I'm doing my thing, it's nobody's business. So I don't understand why these dudes are always online telling everybody what they do, you know? Shout out to Kevin for the $10 support. Let me see. Hold on a second. It says, strong language, but you are right. I'm 60 years old. And when I think of moving overseas, it's about tax preservation and affordable health care. That's a good point you bring up, because there's a lot of dudes that retire. They go overseas. They're able to live a little more comfortable and they're just enjoying their life. That's it. I get that. That's what a grown man would do. You know what I mean? And I'm thinking about dudes older than me calling themselves passport bros. It looks crazy. It really looks sick. A real mature man don't even want nobody in his business, to be honest with you. So it's like, why, when you look on YouTube, you got all of these men in their 50s and 60s calling themselves passport bros? It don't look right. It looks crazy. It looks weird. Like, what are you doing? You're basically telling the world, hey, I'm just sleeping around with women. They making it seem like all these women overseas are just ready to take off their clothes. That's so disrespectful to other people's cultures. You guys literally would go to Dominican Republic, Brazil, Chile. You go to the Philippines, and you treat everybody else's women overseas like shit, bro. Like, this is what you guys be doing, bro. Y'all don't respect nobody's culture. Y'all leave America, go down to these places and start carrying on yourselves like a bunch of animals and savages in heat, disrespecting the locals, have no respect for the culture. Like, it's sick. And you make black men in America look like animals. So anytime we see these type of things happening, this is why I make these videos, and I'm just straightforward, because I'm tired of these damn passport bros. All these dudes, bro. All of them. None of them are good, bro. They're all gaslighting you. They're all acting like, well, point the finger at this one, that one. No, they all the same, bro. All of them. All of them is the same, man. Shout out to Ultra Combo for the 10. Says salute to you, champ. Appreciate you sponsoring the show. Hold on. Let me see. There was somebody else. Shout out to Jay Wash for the $20 support. Says no comment needed, bro. Salute, Ringo. Hey, I appreciate you for the support. Look, a lot of you guys be getting offended when I do my videos, bro. That's another sign of immaturity. Because as grown men, number one, we're supposed to move in silence. It's no different if you dating a woman. If I'm talking to a woman, she don't want me to be on YouTube telling everybody our business. That's crazy. Once I do that, she'll lose all respect of me. If she hear through the grapevine, through YouTube, oh, shorty, Ringo said that you and him is kicking it. Once she hear that, it's over. It's over after that. She can't trust me no more. A lot of you guys like to tell everybody your business. And I feel that when men do that, it's because they're not accustomed to talking to women. So it's like you're trying to impress somebody. There's no need to be trying to impress me that you went to the Philippines and smashed some Filipino women. It don't make no sense. I don't care. You know? And another thing that these passport bros like to do is record themselves sleeping with women. You got these old ninjas, these old heads, rather than them school the younger brothers, get them some game, teach them how to make money so they could travel or do certain things. It's like all they do is sleep with women all day. They make the whole idea of traveling or passport, bro, all about sleeping with women. You don't hear them talking about businesses. You don't hear them talking about nothing that's like economic growth, buying land, real estate, nothing. All you hear is, yo, the women overseas, man. Yeah, the women. Yeah, the women overseas. Yeah, man. Yeah, these women overseas. Everything is about women. You guys just think about women all damn day. A real man is supposed to be about his purpose, not women. I understand as men, we're going to like women, but at the end of the day, when a man is so absorbed with women all day and he's not thinking about how he's going to better himself as a man, you're going to fall into a mess like Floyd. That's why Floyd's life is effed up right now. See, a lot of y'all didn't peep game. I was on a live stream earlier on a channel. I forgot the name. It's a sister's channel. It's Messy something. I forgot the name. My bad to the sister. I was just in the clouds. Like I told you, I watch everybody. I watch everything. My eyes and ears is to the streets. I want to find out what people saying. And I was in the live chat, and I mentioned in the chat, I said a lot of y'all didn't peep it, that your man Floyd haven't posted no videos on YouTube for over 3 months. So if he haven't posted no videos on YouTube for 3 months, if his channel is monetized, he didn't make no money. It's what, Messy Melon? Is that the channel? Is that the channel name? Messy Malone or I'm not sure if that's the channel name. If that's the channel name, then okay, I stand corrected. He haven't posted no videos in 3 months. 3 months. So there's no way that Floyd was being funded through his YouTube channel in order to survive. There's no way. So for 3 months, he haven't posted nothing. No content, nothing. So how is he bringing in money? The answer, the dark web. This is why they raided the hotel or wherever he was staying. He was earning the money through the dark web. In other words, get video and then sell videos. That's how he was doing it. That's the only way. He was running this operation overseas. That was funding his operation. That and the fact that people would donate. That is how he was running the operation. Because if a man is not earning no money on YouTube, how is he paying his bills? How is he doing what he got to do? You know? He wasn't earning no YouTube checks. 3 months? Listen, if any of you YouTubers take 3 months off of YouTube, you're going to fall out of the algorithm. It's going to be bad for you. Unless you're a YouTuber that's making a heck of a lot of money, then you may not feel the pinch. You know what I'm saying? Like most YouTubers cannot even take a day off unless you rack it in hundreds of thousands of views. If you rack it in hundreds of thousands of views and you're getting those big YouTube checks, then yeah, you could probably take a week off, 2 weeks. You know what I mean? Because you know you're going to be back on track once you get back. But a man like Floyd, he didn't even have no subscriber base. He didn't have really nothing. So how was he earning money? He was earning that money through the dark web. That's the cameras, the cell phones, the SD cards. All of that stuff was for making content and then possibly selling to people. He could have had a paywall where it's like, hey guys, I just smashed some chick, and if you guys want to see, go through the paywall. And people probably, all these pedophiles were probably hitting up Floyd. Yo, send me the link. Yo, I paid my fee, bro. Let me get that link. And that's what they were doing. That's how he was earning. There's no other way for him to earn that money unless he did it that way. And that is what they do on the dark web. And that is what a lot of quote unquote passport bros do. They ain't going to tell you that. And as I said it many times, the ones who get upset are the ones who do it. Because if it don't apply to you, why are you barking for? Again, go back to the J. Rello situation. What did J. Rello wanted to do with the Kenyan woman? Remember the woman that was naked on video and he slapped the crap out of her and calling her all kinds of bees? What if the Kenyan men saw that? I guarantee you that the men of Kenya are pissed with that J. Rello situation because y'all were busy beating up one of their women. It ain't going to be sweet for you. What did J. Rello wanted to do to that woman? He wanted to record her, fam. This woman was butt ass naked. This dude tried to force his way on this woman, bro. So I wouldn't be surprised if these dudes is raping women, bro. I wouldn't be surprised. Because he put the camera right at the edge of the bed. Y'all all seen the videos, bro. He put the camera on the stand by the edge of the bed. What kind of sick demon sets up a camera before he sleep with a woman? Who does that? And I know she didn't even know she was on camera. And when she probably saw that, she probably was like, hold up, you filming me? Yeah. No film, no film. Come on, let's do this, let's do this. These guys are creepy, man. These guys are sickos. And that's why I try to make y'all understand that this dude Holleman, you know, he busy playing the victim on social media when he shouldn't even be on social media right now because of his mans in them. You know what I mean? He should have been went on a hiatus and stayed away. And it's like he busy posting YouTube shorts, acting like, yeah, you know, an update on the situation with Floyd. I just don't understand how this man could did these things. It's kind of weird. You know, I'm like, dude, this is the same dude you were hanging with, dog. You hang with this dude. Now you here dragging him, but yet when somebody talk about you, you talking ish. You busy dragging this dude, saying all manner of things about Floyd because you know he locked up. You have some fucking nerve, dude. You busy dragging this man, telling the world that he's autistic, which is disrespectful to people who have autism, because you throwing shade at the man, right? You doing this because you know he locked up. What if it comes out that your man Floyd is innocent? What are you going to say? What are you going to say? What if it come out that he's innocent? What are you going to say? What could you do? What could you do if it come out that the whole thing was one big misunderstanding and he was innocent after you dragged him, called him autistic, said this, he's a weirdo, all that stuff? You know how you would look? You would look horrible. See, I'm not friends with him. You hanged with him. You hanged with him and you threw him under the bus. That's crazy, man. Absolutely crazy. And I ain't saying that he's innocent. I'm using that as a hypothetical to make you understand. What if? What would Holleman have to say now? Because if I'm hanging with a dude, if I'm hanging out with somebody and I've been hanging out with them 2-3 years, doing all sorts of dirt, next minute they on the news. Yeah, so-and-so, yeah, they a pedophile. Bro, I'm not going to be on YouTube doing what Holleman is doing. Because Holleman is guilty by the pure fact he's associated with this dude. You looking bad automatically. Because I already know I'm going to get backlash. I'll just stay quiet. Because what am I going to do? What could I do? Come online and drag him? It's making me look worse. The best thing I could do is just stay quiet because anything I say can and will be used against me in a court of law. That's just the way it is. You know? And a lot of y'all know what I'm talking about. You hanging with somebody, something came out about that person, now you looking stupid. Yo, I thought that was your friend though, bro. Yeah, man, that's kind of crazy what happened, dog, man. Yeah, but that was your mans in them, dog. Like, you know, that's not a good look, bro. You used to rock with them, though. So I don't know, man. I don't know how we going to do this, bro. I don't know if I could trust you. Because your man stole stuff from the company. You know, you brought him in. You know? How many of y'all had some dude that you was cool with? He was on his bad luck, down and out. He asked you, yo, man, you can hook me up with a job at the company? All right, let me ask the boss. And you was able to pull him in the company. But then he did some goofy-ish and he got fired. And it made you look bad. Everybody was looking at you. Why? Because you brought him in. You brought him in. There would have been no problem if you didn't bring him in. The only reason why they gave him the job is because they trust your word. And this is what Holleman is not taking accountability for. Up to now, Holleman have not taken any responsibility for that, guys. He keep trying to make it seem like, well, Floyd have his own mind. Nah, bro. It's not about that. That man learned from you. And to say that he didn't learn from you, you playing yourself. Because Floyd, listen, Floyd didn't know nothing about being a passport bro. Floyd didn't know nothing about traveling. Floyd didn't know nothing about bringing cameras. Floyd didn't know anything. He learned from being around Auston, man. Auston took him under his wing, taught him the ropes, taught him where to go, how to pull up, how to go after this woman, how to talk to that lady. Come on now. Don't deny that stuff. You got to take personal accountability for the creation of Floyd, bro. I don't care what nobody say. Everybody in these spaces agree with what I'm talking about because you brought him in. You brought him in. You were on camera when all of y'all walking around shirtless in Brazil. And you talked about how, yeah, I hope that Floyd have a good experience here to see what all the hype is that I created out here. Those are his words, bro. That's Austin's words. And they said they got to get Floyd right. Took the man shopping, bought him flip-flops, bought him shoes, bought him about 2 or 3 different outfits, bro. Who does that? Who buy another man 2 to 3 outfits? That means that they were funding Austin. Austin was being funded and making the YouTube money, and he had enough to literally take care of Floyd. So if Floyd was a weirdo, why would Austin invest money in him? Because that was helping the content. By the pure fact that Floyd was with him, it helped Austin to make money, y'all. Y'all got to peep the play, bro. Y'all, it's like y'all don't be peep. Listen, when I tell you, man, when I'm speaking prophetically. I'm talking on issues that I shouldn't even know. But at the same time, I know your man Holleman is pulling his hair out because he's probably like, damn, how the hell he know all this stuff? Because God knows. And he's telling me things too. You understand? You weren't able to do no content without that man. You needed Floyd. He needed Floyd to be there on the camera. That made the shows more interesting rather than just be Holleman by himself. For all we know, Holleman may have allegedly made a deal with Floyd like, yo, hey, I know you don't got it, but you just hang out with me, bro. I take care of everything. You know what I mean? Until you get yourself situated. I got you. You got me? Yeah. Because we can make content. You know what I mean? So it's like, all we got to do is content, and it comes out of whatever you were supposed to pay. I don't even care. Let's just do the content, get the people what they want. I'll take care of the hotel. I'll take care of all of that. Make sure you good. You know what I mean? Because how was Floyd able to buy phones if he don't got no job? Explain that to me. How was Floyd able to buy anything without no job? Who's buying it for him? The people? The people buying everything? So all the people who funded him bought everything? I don't want to hear that, man. Somebody was paying for all these gadgets, all these things. This man have all sorts of gadgets and phones and laptops. You don't get that when you come to Brazil with nothing. So he already had money coming in from some sort of source, or somebody was taking care of him. And that's how all that stuff started. And what I don't like is the fact that Austin is playing choir boy right now, retitling videos to try to cover up the stain that he put on the Passport Bros and the Red Pill Brothers. You see, on YouTube, you got different sets of people. A lot of these dudes are stuck in the Red Pill community. They keep up with that Red Pill garbage. And then you have these Passport guys who can't get women in America. So they hang on this title, Passport, and they go overseas to sleep with women. That's all they do. They just sleep with women. Let's just call it what it is. Being a passport bro is another name for saying sex tourist. That's the truth, guys. I don't care how they feel about it. I don't care about these passport bros or how they feel. You know what I mean? That's my opinion. If you have a problem with it, stop viewing my videos because I don't care. I'm calling it straight. Passport bro. Translation. Sex tourist. That's all that means. You understand? We got to just call it what it is, guys. Got to call it what it is and, not sugarcoat. Shout out to Kobe for the 10. Says he's done. Austin is an undercover brother. Word? I don't know. Wow. An undercover brother. As much as he may blame me for botting his channel, he's been doing it himself. He loves drama. So you're the one that, because he was complaining that somebody was botting his channel. I feel that he was buying views and he was buying subscribers. That's what I believe. I think that he was buying, because here's the thing. He had over 200,000 to 300,000 live viewers. There's no way. There's no way. Not even Kai Sanat. Not even I Show Speed. None of these people have these kind of numbers like that, fam. So, and he wasn't even talking about nothing. So I feel that he did that to make his channel look like it's lit. And of course, when you buy views, it'll add on to your channel to make it look like things are big. But what happened on that day, he was blaming somebody for botting his channel. How could somebody else? I don't understand all of that stuff. I really don't, to be honest with you. Let me see. Shout out to Kobe again for the 5. Says, yes, I'm Kenyan. And let me see. Dummy Luston talks about calling Donald J. Trump on me. Sit down and ride the passport bro rainbow punk. So okay, so you're the one that Austin said in his video that he was calling Trump on, because I kind of peeped some of that video, and he said that he got Donald Trump's number. And when he said that, I was just laughing. I'm like, bro, you don't got no Donald Trump number, bro. What Donald Trump number you talking about? And why would you want to call Trump to get ICE to get people deported? Why would you want to do that? Come on now. It don't make no sense, bro. None whatsoever. And shout out to everybody coming in the building. Shout out to the mods. I see Caramel, Kimmy Kim in the building. Yeah, so guys, we're talking about the situation with Auston Holleman with this video title change. As I told you before, guys, let me see if I can show you again. It's in the thumbnail, though. But let me do it again. So, again, guys, this is what Holleman did. This is the original title he had on the video. And I need this to be public record, because this title alone slanders the entire Passport Bro community. It caused damage to the Passport Bro community. It also caused damage to the Red Pill brothers in the space. So primarily what Austin did is, with this title alone, he basically accused all Passport Bros of being pedophiles. Because, right now, Austin feels some type of way about me, right? And I got a lot of things that I'm going to bring out, right? There's a lot of things that's going on. I'm just waiting for the right timing, because I'm playing chess, not checkers. So with this title alone for the court, Auston Holleman accused every Passport Bro that is in Brazil that they are sexually dealing with 6-year-old children. This is what he did. And he did it to take the heat off himself, because he knew the backlash would come, because he know who Floyd Wallace is. You understand? He switched the title from Passport Bros in Brazil with 6-year-olds to are Americans in Brazil with 6-year-olds. But yet, he still didn't put Floyd Wallace name in the title. Why? Why Holleman would not put Floyd's name in the title? He put Americans. He's still misleading viewers, Because what he says are Americans. See, Holleman didn't graduate high school, and he don't understand how to use words. How could you put in your title are Americans in Brazil with 6-year-olds when the topic is about the arrest of Floyd Wallace? He's basically accusing Americans now of being pedophiles. So he's still doing the same thing, guys. He's still doing the same thing. He switched the title because he know he was getting backlash from the brothers. You see? He switched the title thinking that somehow it's going to stop the backlash and all new viewers that view his video won't know this. No, they're going to know this because they're going to see my videos. They're going to see O'Shea videos. They're going to see BMT video because BMT was the first one to call him out on it. You understand? While all the controversy was going on, another YouTuber named BMT, I don't know nothing about these YouTubers. I'm just hearing about their names now. But he made a video, I guess giving Austin some pushback about the fact that he threw the Passport Bros under the bus with that title. And it makes a lot of sense. And then O'Shea made a video and basically, agreed with what he was saying in that regard. And it makes sense because he not only threw the Passport Bros in the mix of being pedophiles, he also accused Red Pill brothers of being pedophiles. He didn't use the term pedophile, but we all know what he meant. So it's crazy to me that Austin would sit and cry when people make videos connecting him to Floyd and he feel like everybody's calling him a pedophile, but he called all of us pedophiles. He called every black YouTuber pedophiles. Because if you came out of the red pill sector, if you're with the Passport Bros, basically Austin accused you of being a pedophile. Because through his video, and we're going to review that later. Matter of fact, once I finish this live stream, I'm going to get something to eat. And then I'm going to set up the live stream where I'm going to react to that video. I'm going to react to that to kind of break everything down. And if I don't do it tonight, I'll do it in the morning. Because to be honest with you guys, I like to do my videos thorough and I like to bring out my receipts. Because I'm going to bring out the receipts of you seeing him and Floyd on Tinder looking for 18-year-olds. I'm going to show you it. I'm going to show you it on video. You're going to see Floyd and Holleman in a room together, and they're going to be swiping through Tinder looking for fresh meat. That's all they did when they were hanging out, looking for women to sleep with. That's what Passport Bros do. They're sexual deviants, and they just look for women to take advantage of. That's what they do. And that's why they fear Ringo TV, because I just say what needs to be said. I don't care for these dudes. I don't know them. We're going to never know each other. I don't care for these dudes. You know what I mean? They're toxic men, in my opinion. These are the type of men that ruin women's lives. All they do is sell women dreams, make women believe that they're going to find love, and they don't care about none of these women. You understand? They don't care about none of these sisters, any of these women, all these women overseas, whether it's in Thailand, Philippines, Brazil, Colombia, anywhere, Dominican Republic. They go into all these different places just to sleep with women. That's it. They don't care about the well-being of any of these women. And that's what they do. You see? So, Holleman want the community to believe that he's getting married. He's not getting married, guys. He's just telling you that. He's telling you that because, again, in my opinion, Holleman already knew about Floyd in terms of that they're coming for him. Here's the thing, guys. The investigation with Floyd, it started around the beginning of December. So if Floyd feel that they're on to him, he had to reach out to somebody, right? There had to have been somebody he would reach out to. Bro, I think they're on to me. Yo, I don't know who, so I can't really say. But his sexual desires for children was so strong that they were able to set up a sting operation for him to lure him in. You remember those shows, To Catch a Predator? Remember those shows? And you would have the white guy. He would set up a sting operation in the house, and you'll have some weirdo that would come in with pizza, and the girl would be right there, and she'll be like, hey, I'm going to go in the room and get comfortable. And the guy will be there, and the guy come out with the cameras. You remember that? They did one of those type of situations with Floyd. They made him believe that some underage girls was coming through, and he was at the door ready for them. And that's when they were able to take him into custody. You see? So this situation, man, is very serious. And I don't like how all these passport guys are scrambling on YouTube. Like I said, I don't rock with none of these dudes. None of them. You know what I mean? If you're a content creator and you salute me, then hey, salute to you. But I don't give a fuck about these dudes, bro. Being honest. You see what I mean? Because years ago, I exposed the passport bros. And when I did that, everybody got upset with me. A lot of people unfollowed me, started calling me all sorts of names, haters, all sorts of goofy stuff because, you know, I have integrity. And I don't have a problem with that. I don't mind walking alone. I like walking alone. You see what I mean? I like being to myself. I don't need no crew. I don't need to hang with a group in order to feel strong. I'm strong by myself. That's why all these dudes fear me when I get on camera and I start to speak, you know, because I reach the people. I always reach the people because the people resonate with the videos, you know, and I'm still under the weather, but the content still got to come forward. You see, the content still got to come forward because I'm about holding everybody accountable. See, right now, Holleman think that everybody's accusing him of being a pedophile. Nobody's accusing you of being anything. You're a fucking hypocrite, in my opinion. That's it. And you online trying to paint yourself as if though you didn't do no wrong. Like you have no connection to what we're seeing today. Seeds were planted. Somebody planted seeds. Own up to it. Don't go turn a blind eye and act like you don't have no involvement in what this man Floyd has become. Don't even try it. Because all the videos that are online, the proof is there. I'm going to put this documentary together. And I'm going to show you guys all the proof. All the key proof. It's all in the videos. The problem is a lot of people don't watch the videos. So y'all won't know. The videos are online, guys. All the info you need is online for you to know the truth. The problem is, I understand a lot of you got busy lives. You go to work, you do different things. So, of course, you don't got time to watch all the videos to know what's going on. See, my job as a content creator is to watch things and keep my eyes and ears to the streets. So I see everything, you know? I watch everybody's video. I don't care if you got 200 subscribers. If you go live to talk about the situation with Floyd, I may be in the clouds like this. I'm tuning in. You know why? Because you might say some important information. And if I hear it, I'll definitely shout you out. You know what I mean? I'll definitely shout you out if I use your talking points to make a message. Because I don't steal people's talking points. I don't do that. Right? Let's see what we got. Shout out to Kobe again for the $20 support. Let me see. Says Launceston did that YN in Kenya, and money, I guess, paid her and her fam after claiming to be on Patreon. I told BMT and he ignored it. Donald J. Trump, people coming for all them dudes involved in all these crimes. Time will prove us right. 2026 will be lit. And see, this is the thing that a lot of people don't understand, man. This situation that's going on right now is so serious, and everybody's taking it for a joke. Number one, we didn't hear the last of this. Once they finished the investigation with Floyd, it's over for a lot of people. Number two, YouTube is going to get involved when it comes to protecting women and children once again, because they're going to realize that the passport bro community or the traveling community is up to some serious mess. And they're going to regulate y'all platforms. So a lot of y'all are going to have to start to go underground, have a paywall where you do certain content and people got to just pay to see it. Because if it's on YouTube, it's gonna probably get demonetized, and they might end up just shutting down channels because they're gonna look at it as trafficking. That's how they're gonna look at these platforms that do that type of stuff. They're gonna look at it as if you guys are trafficking women or recruiting men to pay for women. Because again, what I've been noticing with the passport community, and you can put a 1 in the chat if you agree with what I'm about to say. I noticed that with a lot of passport bros over the years, they would get support from men to go overseas to date women, to shoot content just to show men them dating. And people would support them just to get the pleasure of seeing them dating these women. That's weird. Why would anybody do that? That's how it's been for a long time. Dudes would support these guys just to see them talk to women. That's sick stuff. In other words, if I can't afford to go overseas and travel, let me finance this guy so he could do it and I could be entertained watching him get with these women. That's how it's been for a long time, man. That's weird. So if dudes are paying other dudes to see them date women overseas, you're going to tell me dudes are not paying dudes to see them sleep with women too? Come on, y'all. What do you think Jay Rello was doing? Why would Jay Rello take advantage of the Kenyan woman? Why would he do that? That woman didn't want to sleep with him. He was like, come on, come on, come on. Like, dude, she don't want to sleep with you, bro. You in Kenya. Why are you disrespecting their women for? See, I don't understand. I don't understand how a Kenyan man can sit and watch you ninjas do this type of evil, bro, and still be out there. We would have been ran you out already. You know what I mean? Just like if you're in Brazil and you're doing this evil, I'm pretty sure those Brazilian dudes don't play. See, y'all be thinking y'all could come from America and go elsewhere and think everybody's soft. No, they're not. They're going to protect their people. Because you dudes are stupid. You come to YouTube doing your evil. You don't think the men in Kenya, the people in Kenya don't know what's going on? The people in Brazil, you think they don't know what's going on? The people in the Philippines, you think they don't know what's going on social media? They know who you are. They know who Holleman is. You guys are too visible. Y'all too visible. The whole world know who you are. And it brings shame to all of us black men. It brings shame. What if, hypothetically speaking, I wanted to take my family to Brazil? I just wanted to visit. And I'm, left my fam in the hotel and I just went to go to the bar just to get a drink. And I'm in the bar and I'm next to a couple of ladies and then they start looking at me like a passport bro. I'm just at the bar chilling. Next minute, I'm arguing with somebody. They're like, look, he's one of them. He's one of the passport bro. I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? I'm with my family. Next minute, I get jumped. They beating me up. I'm on the news. I end up getting arrested. I'm like, what the hell am I arrested for? Oh, you soliciting women. I'm like, my family's in a hotel. Now I got to go through all this red tape to prove that my family is there. When they find out, oh, snap, his family is really there. Then they let me go. But I'm already beat up. You see how that works? So think about how this affects all black men. The so-called passport bro community have destroyed us black men. Our image around the world is that we're a bunch of damn sexual deviants, predators, child molesters, PDF files. That's how other nations see us, brothers. That's how they see us. You understand? Somebody says, I can't wait for Austin to sue you. Sue these nuts. You bugging out. Sue? How the hell you gonna sue me for speaking the truth? Sue these nuts. Let me see. Shout out to Kobe again for the $10 support. It says, yes, I got FU money, and neither Lanston nor his boys can save themselves. Yes, I'm in deep with the current administration. Don't think I do this ish by mistake. And we ain't stopping either. See, guys, let me give you another piece of information about how social media work with these clowns. Anytime you have YouTubers talking about suing, or I'm this and I'm suing this, and man, these dudes are broke. Number one, these dudes are broke, right? They be doing these type of scare tactics like somebody supposed to be afraid. I don't give a fuck about you dudes on YouTube, bro. I want to be in a courtroom so I can show them the evidence. I want to show a judge, I want to show them that these guys are predators, that these guys are sex tourists. I want to show them all the videos that I've covered over the years. I would love to show a judge what these passport bros do and connect the dots so they could throw their asses in prison. You understand? So don't come at me with no nonsense, because I'm telling you, I'm the wrong one to mess with. Do you understand me? And I'm not afraid of nobody. That's why I do my content. Do I look like I'm scared? No. I do this content because I'm real. I am tired of these fakes and these so-called passport bros destroying and disparaging the image of black men all around America. They got us looking crazy out here, y'all. You can't even travel. What if you in military and you got to travel? What if you're just a dude who just said, hey, I'm retiring. I want to retire and move to the Philippines or move to Brazil or whatever. You can't even move there now, bro. Because they're going to now make new regulations, new laws, new issues, and it's going to affect you. Come on now. That's crazy, bro. And it's because of these dudes, bro. Anytime you hear YouTubers talking about, I'm suing, he's a pussy. That's a dude. And here's the thing. Suing who? Me? So let me get this straight. Holleman is suing me? Holleman, you suing O'Shea too? You suing BMT too? You suing all these YouTubers that's talking about you too, or it's just me? I want to know. Suing? No, you're going to be suing nuts. That's what you're going to be suing. Because you are on camera saying you are a sex tourist. Your words. You know what that means to say you're a sex tourist online? And you were good friends with Floyd? You better watch your words, buddy. See, the best thing you can do is just come clean, lay low, and stop talking. Because the more you talk, the more ammo I get. Because I'm not these YouTubers. I'm really about this life when it comes to exposing the devil. And this is the reason why God Almighty has me on social media. It's so that I could expose these frauds and these devils. Seriously. It's so that I can expose the truth about what they think and how they are. You understand? When you bring out the truth and you hear people start crying, it's because they're guilty about something. When the smoke clears, you guys are going to be saying, dag, bro, Ringo TV was right about everything. Everything. Everything I was right about. You're going to see. And all these passport bros are going to fall. All of them. And I hope that they do. And I hope that somehow, some way, that this story really breaks through here in America heavy to the point where they can pack these particular individuals up and put them away for good, bro. because sex tourism is what these guys are involved in. They're not going to tell you the truth. This is what they're involved in. They cover it up with passport bro. They covered it up with, well, we're just going overseas to have fun. No. You guys are going overseas to sleep with women and leave them. That's what you're doing. Go to Holleman's platform, comb through the video. Every other video, different woman, different woman, different woman, different woman, different woman. That's sex tourism. That's not dating. That's sex tourism. And see, this is why it's so dangerous, because they do this stuff on social media like it's dating, like we're just doing content. No, that's sex tourism. That's what it is. Because when you're out there, all you talk about is getting women. All you talk about is, hey, we got to go find the ladies. That's sex tourism. You don't hear these guys talking about business. You don't hear none of these passport bros talking about linking up because they starting a business or they building houses. You don't ever hear that. You don't hear nothing about business. Hey, all the passport bros are meeting up. We started a company. We started this. You don't hear nothing. Everything is about women. Getting women. Sleeping with women. That's it. Sex tourism. That's why they're mad with me. They thought somebody like me would be involved in that type of stuff. I'm not involved with that. Nope. Never been. I've never been a part of that club. And that's why they're pissed. I'm the only one that does content that is effective when it comes to exposing these devils for who they are. And the ones who are protecting them, the ones who defend the likes of Floyd, the ones who defend Holleman, all of those guys that defend them are PDF files. All of them. Because anybody that's defending these kind of men, you got problems. Anybody defending men that go overseas to just sleep with women and leave them, you're a sicko. It's more than just someone being a PDF file. It's about men that are sexual deviants that go overseas to violate women. Ain't no telling how many women have been violated by the hands of passport bros. How many women were drunk, intoxicated, to the point where they couldn't even move their body. And some dirty, nasty, disgusting ninja jumps on top of them to violate them. And then he puts on his clothes and he leaves and leaves her on the bed. And he just, leaves with his semen in her. Think about how many times women have been violated overseas. Think about that. This is what these men be doing. And they act like they don't do these type of things. And see, when I'm speaking in general. If it don't apply, let it fly. It is what it is. These are my opinions, and I have a right to them. And if it don't apply to you, why are you upset? You're upset because you do it. It's just that simple. Grown men calling themselves passport bros is an oxymoron. It's stupid. It don't make no sense. A real grown man that traveled don't need to tell you anything. He just travel, do his thing, stay out of sight, out of mind. But to keep online and you going overseas, sleeping with women, I feel bad for that. The woman who, I'm not sure if she's from the Philippines. Where's that woman from? The one that that Floyd was with in the video I did yesterday. Where was she from? Anybody know? She looked like she's like Asian, like, I'm not sure if it's the Philippines or, was it the Philippines? Thailand? Oh, she's from Thailand. Okay. Somebody said Thailand, Philippines. I don't know. But I feel bad for her because she looked like she really believed that Floyd got love for her. She really believed it in that video. And now what? They're not together. So Floyd used that woman. And she probably a decent woman too. Probably a decent woman, loyal, submissive, all that stuff. And what did he do? Used her and abused her. Sick, man. Absolutely sick what these guys are doing to these ladies, man. And remember, I have 4 daughters. So when I speak about these issues, I'm serious, man. I do not care about these so-called passport bros. These dudes are just sleeping with women and leaving them. That's all they do. Let me see. Shout out to Kobe for the $1.99. Says, call me Death Note equal, what's that? Thanatos? I'm not sure. I'm not sure about the name you put there. Man, I'm trying to heart this thing and it won't let me. Why it's not letting me? I'm just gonna leave it alone. It's not making me heart the comment. It's not making me heart it. Shout out to Exandra in the building. Shout out to Exandra in the building. $100 support. Appreciate you sponsoring the show. Says, blessing Ringo. Hope you feel better. Yeah, man, this thing is, my nose is literally clogged up right now. And you know how when your nose is clogged up and you blow in your nose and there's nothing there? It's like that's how it is right now. And it feels like your nose is running, but it's not. It's just weird. And then your eyes water up. Yesterday was worse. Yesterday I couldn't even see. You know what I mean? But shout out to you for the support. Let me see. What happened to Caramel? You can't use, Ringo, show the clip of you saying what about virgins. Go to my Passport Police TV channel. Go to my Passport Police TV channel. Look for a video where I exposed a woman who was slandering my name and watch the whole fucking video. I'm talking to you. Go watch it. When you watch the whole video, then you'll shut up and stop wasting your damn time. You trolls keep coming here talking ish. Go watch the whole video and stop listening to clips. Now, let me get back to the content. Shout out to Michelle for the 2. What's that? Michelle, wait. Is that Michelle? Yeah. Shout out to you for the $2 support. Says, keep exposing PDF files and trolls. Appreciate you sponsoring the show. Let me see. Is that same person still here trolling? No, Ringo, you said it out. Let me just put you on the block list. I don't got time for you dumbasses, right? I already told you where to go. You want to watch a video? Go to the platform. Go to Passport Police TV. I have a video up there where I exposed a woman on YouTube who was slandering my name with lies. Watch the whole video from the beginning all the way to the end and hear everything in context. Then talk to me. If you're not going to do that, shut up, right? Always remember this. Remember this, guys. I never been arrested a day in my life, right? Father of 4 girls. All the shit people saying about me on social media, gossip, rumors, innuendos. I don't got no time for all that mess. What we're talking about is a real pedophile, a real sexual deviant who was arrested, who was on tape with kids, a real one. Not rumors, not innuendos, not somebody taking clips and mingling them and pausing videos and stopping and nobody's hearing any context. We're talking about a real pedophile, Floyd Wallace. Do you understand me? Who is in Brazil, in a hotel room with cameras. See, the problem with social media, guys, that I don't like, and this is why when it comes to these content creators and everybody, I don't trust none of them. Because it's not about the truth with these content creators. They love what is known as bochinche, is what you would say in Spanish if you're Panamanian. They love the gossip. They love the bochinche, the mess. They just love saying whatever to keep something going. That's how they are. They don't care about the truth. You understand? The reason why Holleman in that video was talking about 18-year-olds and how the passport bros and the red pill guys are looking for 18-year-olds is to get the pressure off himself. Do you understand me? You cannot tell me that when these men go overseas that they're not messing with underage girls. You can't tell me that they're not doing that. You understand? When they go overseas, you have areas in the Dominican Republic, in Brazil, in Thailand, where you have people that are in desperate need. And a lot of times, younger people be on the streets, and these passport bros take advantage of them. It's a fact, man. It's a fact. Nobody likes to talk about it, man. That's why they mad at me. That's why they mad at me. You think any of you passport bros could do this garbage to one of my daughters? You think you could do that? Do you really think that as a father, myself, that you could do this crap to one of my daughters, bro? You better go dig a ditch, dig your own grave, and go in there. Just bury yourself before I get to you. Do you really think you could do this crap to one of my daughters and think it's going to be sweet for you? It's not going to be sweet for you, bro. And see, this is why I don't like you guys. Because it's not about finding women to make wives. You guys don't have no honor, none. You don't care about women. You don't care about their feelings. You don't care about nothing. See, I'm surrounded by females. 4 daughters and a wife. So there's nothing but feminine energy around me all day. So I understand how women think. I understand their mind. I understand the emotions. And you guys be getting with women, sweet talking them, love bombing them, gaslighting them. And then when you get what you want, then you leave them. And you wondering why women in America are pissed off with men? Because they've been through the ringer. You guys just lie all day to get what you want. Half of you don't want to settle down. Half of you don't want no relationship. You just want to screw. That's it. All you want to do is screw. You guys don't even know how to hang out with a woman without screwing. You guys can't even hang out with women in a setting and just chill. You can't even do that. You can't even do that. Don't you know if you learn how to do that, it'll make that woman want to get with you even more? But if you're all over her, hey, baby, hey, she gonna be like, this dude is desperate, thirsty, got all sorts of issues. Just learn how to chill, man. Learn how to chill, learn how to vibe, and just, act like it's not important. I mean, of course she looked good. Of course you like her. You know what I mean? She's fine. Of course you like her. But it's not going to be this obvious thing of you just keep trying to, like, everything is a sexual this and, bro, stop it. But this is how these passport dudes be. They be all on camera, desperate. They don't even know how to interact with women, bro. Like, bro, what are you so desperate for, bro? It don't make no sense. Let me see. The men in the chat that's taken up for Auston, they his boyfriends, LOL. They gotta be, because I don't understand how these dudes, man, be taking up for these clowns on YouTube. And this is why when it comes to these YouTube streets, man, you viewers gotta peep game. Anytime you hear YouTubers crying like bitches all day, you gotta realize that them dudes got something that they hiding, bro. Do you know how many people speak lies about me on YouTube? Do you know how many people slander my name on YouTube every day? You never hear me crying about, oh, I'm suing this and I'm suing that. Man, I don't got no, listen, I'm here to do content. That's what I'm here for. Anytime you have people crying, it's because they're guilty about something. They're guilty. They're guilty. And they do these things because they don't like the fact that you're exposing them. You're exposing them to the public, and the public is seeing the true them. They don't like it. So they start to cry. Imagine everybody talking about you on YouTube, and you're talking about, I'm suing. You suing everybody? Because everybody's talking about you. Or is it just me? Because now we know that means that them other YouTubers ain't shit. I'm the boss. I'm the official one. I'm the one really making impact. Thanks for the compliment. Because last time I checked, all of these YouTube streets is talking about Holleman right now. They all doing it. And by the pure fact that Holleman did this right here. This. Holleman accused all passport bros of being pedophiles with this statement right here. Do you hear all of the passport bros talking about, I'm suing Holleman. He threw us passport bros under the bus and accused us of messing with 6-year-olds. Nobody don't got no time for that dumb stuff. You understand? How you gonna switch it to this? Come on, keep the same energy. You said passport bros. Why you switched? Why you switched? Dude, you could switch the title, but you can't switch the content. The content is still there. The content he made is still there. If you listen to the content, he's still throwing passport bros and the red pill brothers under the bus as being pedophiles. So it's okay for Auston to call the passport bros and the red pill brothers pedophiles, but yet if people are associating him with Floyd, it's a problem? What? Sound crazy. And that's exactly why these guys are toxic, bro. When I tell you, this passport thing is toxic, y'all. It is toxic. It shouldn't even be online, bro. That should be an underground thing that they do, underground, like behind the scenes, because this is their fault. Nobody in Brazil would know anything about a passport, bro, if these ninjas kept that mess off social media. But they can't keep it off social media because they're sexual deviants. That's all they do. All they do is go overseas to sleep around. After a while, man, all that sleeping around get boring, bro. Listen, smashing different women's every damn night, bro. Come on, man. That got to get boring after a while, bro. That got to get boring after a while, man. Every other night, you're banging some damn broad overseas, bro. And nobody's talking about STDs, so you guys don't get burned? So let me get this straight. You passport bros, y'all don't get STDs? Y'all sleeping with all these women. Y'all ain't get burned yet? Y'all had to get burned, bro. Had to. You brothers had to been burning. Brothers out there probably got herpes, HIV, syphilis, gonorrhea, you name it, bro. A lot of these dudes, man, probably got diseases and they passing that mess around. Just look at how Floyd looked, bro. You gonna tell me that when he get with these women, he's strapping up? He raw dogging, bro. Dudes like that, dudes like Floyd, these type of dudes, notice this, guys. Notice this. Put a 1 in the chat if you want the ultimate truth. Put a 1 in the chat if you want the ultimate truth. Something y'all didn't peep. When the news media was showing you guys the teddy bears, the watches, the phones, notice what you didn't see. Notice what you didn't see. There was no condoms. No condoms, guys. Because if these guys are out there just banging out kids, they would have condoms. Where's the condoms? There's no condoms. They would have rolls of condoms. No condoms. These dudes are raw dogging kids, bro. This is sick, bro. So think about STDs that are being passed around, bro. There was no condoms. Notice this. Y'all got to put the dots together, bro. How come they didn't show no condoms when they put all of Floyd's stuff on top of the desk? They didn't put no condoms. Because if he had condoms, they would have put that there to take that photo. There was no condoms. That means everything is raw dog. They raw dogging women, bro. They don't strap up overseas, y'all. These dudes are disgusting. Ain't no telling how many STDs are out there, man. Shout out to Kobe for the $50 support. Appreciate you sponsoring the show, man. You've been sponsoring the show all day. Shout out to you. Says, I am the final boss. So let me get this straight at Kobe. You're the guy that Austin is beefing with, that Austin has an issue with, right? Because he was saying there's a Kenyan guy that he know who he is. So that means whoever you are, he has a serious issue with you. That means that you've been applying pressure somehow. Because normally, Austin know who is applying pressure. Like out of all the people that's talking about Austin, I'm most likely at the top of the radar because I know my videos is very effective because I actually reach an audience. So it's affecting him. And that's why he's pissed off. But everybody's talking about him. He probably got an issue with O'Shea now. He probably got an issue with BMT. He probably got an issue with what's this other dude? What's this guy, man? I'm not sure if it's Fantastic. Something Fantastic. A guy named Fantastic made a video. I remember I caught some of that stream. And I caught some of that stream. They were talking about the fact that he made that title, throwing the Red Pill brothers and the Passport bros under the bus. And so you got a lot of different guys that made videos. Now, keep in mind, just because everybody's talking about the situation doesn't mean we all agree. Because I don't rock with none of these dudes. Because I already know they throw shade at me all the time. I can hear it in their videos. Like when I watch their videos, I can hear them sneak dissing a little bit and stuff. That's how a lot of YouTubers are. They like to sneak diss. They really don't like you, but it's like, it's weird. You have to understand the game to recognize how these YouTubers are. But a lot of them are fake. You know, they smile in your face, they salute you, but they don't really even like you. They're secretly competing with you, right? Let me see. Let me get rid of this troll. Let me see. He said Anton Daniels too, if he connects it to Austin. I don't know what you mean, but I don't even know if he made any videos about the situation. I don't know. I didn't check. I don't know. I'm just doing my part to make content about the situation. Let me see what we got here. I'm reading the comments. He should be drinking hot tea right now. Instead, he's running his mouth. Will the PDF make a plea deal? Well, I don't know. Like I said, being that a lot of these Passport bros hang with each other overseas, I can guarantee you Floyd is not going down alone. He's not going to go down alone. We know he's guilty. We know he did dirt. But you got to look at this thing for what it is. When they investigate him and they start asking him questions about who else is working with you, are there any other guys like you? Is there anybody connected with you? Tell us and we'll lessen your sentence. We'll give you a better deal. So there might be some sort of deal, but he got to give somebody up. You get it? And if that happens, I can guarantee you Austin's name is going to be on that in that conversation. Because you have to understand, the Brazilian people want Austin. They want him. They remember him. They remember him from the last time he got kicked out. So for them to see the the dude that he hangs with doing this type of evil, they want him too. They want him too. They want to make an example. You understand? They know he's not in Brazil, but if they can tie him to something, they could drag him to Brazil. You understand what I mean? But it's going to take Floyd to actually talk. If I was Auston, I would be scared right now. I would literally be concerned because if I know I hang out with this person, there's a possibility there may be something on a hard drive, something on a tape somewhere, and I may end up getting myself in a problem. That's why you got to be very careful, man. You got to be very, very careful. You said Auston is planning on traveling back to Brazil next month. I doubt it. I doubt it. He's probably just saying that. Did he say that on a video? Because I doubt that he's doing that. He's not going back to no Brazil. Not while things are hot right now. They already have his face. His face is most likely at the airport. You understand? His face is most likely somewhere where if he comes, they probably just take him or send him back wherever. They don't want him there. He's bad news. He's the one who made the block hot. You have to understand. The block was made hot because of Auston in the beginning. If you guys can recall when Kevin Samuels died, right? The red pill community was looking for a new leader or somebody they could put in place. And they tried to put Auston. They tried to put Auston, guys, believe it or not. I know all the history of what happened. The red pill guys was trying to put Auston up as some sort of replacement for Kevin Samuels, and that flopped. It failed. There was some other guys they tried to use, but it was real stupid how they was trying to do that. You know, trying to put a man up after another man died. It didn't make no sense. Now, when that original passport guy died, the one who pretty much inspired all these dudes, I don't know his name, so my apologies, but there was a YouTuber that died. He pretty much was one of the founding fathers of the Passport Bro movement, if that makes sense. Y'all probably know who it is, right? When he died, Charles Tyler, right? He was pretty much, I guess, the guy that a lot of people learned from, and whatever. Once he died, it's like everything started going downhill. You have all these new guys coming in. Everybody want to be the top guy. So it's like everybody wanted that dude's spot who died. Everybody wanted to be the top channel of the passport stuff. And they didn't even put in no work. It all was by popularity. And they put Auston to be the face of the Passport Bros. Literally, guys. I know the history. They literally put this guy, and I was like, who's this 20-something-year-old they put to be the face of the Passport Bros? This dude is naive and dumb. Like, why would they put him? And now look what we got. Every minute he's in the news. Anybody he hang with is a problem. Y'all can't see that? So it's up to the community to pass judgment. I'm just bringing awareness to the problem. It's you viewers in the community, you traveling brothers that are really about your travel. So here's the thing, guys. Like I said to all these Passport Bros, I don't rock with none of you. I don't like none of you. I don't care. You can get mad at me. I don't care. And when I say I don't like none of you, it's you negative dudes, you negative people who is always negative. You know what I mean? All y'all do is just do negative stuff. If you're a Passport Bro and you're about your business, I don't got no problem with you if you're a good dude. But these dudes are negative. You know what I mean? They're always up to something bad. I don't like none of these dudes. They're toxic. You know, the same way we say 304s are bad, women of the night are bad, and, you know, we push them to the side. Well, that's how these dudes are. They're toxic. Toxic masculinity. They abuse women. They don't care for sisters. They take advantage of all these women. Think about all the women in the Philippines that was taken advantage of by black men in America. Black men in America brought their demons to Thailand. They brought their demons to Brazil. They brought their demons to the Dominican Republic. Why is it at any time the passport bros go overseas, it's always Brazil, Thailand, Dominican Republic? They always go to the same places. Always. You see what I mean? They don't go nowhere else because they know you can't do that BS elsewhere. And now they're going to Kenya now, taking advantage of Kenyan women now. Sick, man. Let's see what we got. Shout out to Kobe again for $20 support. Says, yes, that's me. I'm old money from Kenya from the 1870s. Him and his boy Troy have been trying to be cool with my circle, but we make fun of them. I am dedicated and motivated to do what needs to be done. All right, so then you're the guy that he was beefing with because he seemed to be very afraid. Because when I was looking at his video, you could see almost in his eyes the tears. If you look at that video that he made, you can see the tears in his eyes. And then the other video we're going to review that he put on members only, that video was very incriminating, man. The video he put on members only, the way those passport bros was talking, they was like, yo, they dropped a bomb on us, man. We're done. We're finished, bro. They were literally trying to regroup their operation. And it was almost like it's a organized religion, like a cult following of men. And this is why it's dangerous, because if one go down, everybody going down. That's why it don't make no sense none of you men join in this organization they got going on. Because once the federal government get involved and they start cracking down on this passport bro thing, a lot of you innocent brothers are going to go down with them. A lot of you innocent guys are going down with them, bro. You know? Let me see. Let's see what's going on. Hold on. You said somebody want a link. Nobody's getting no link, man. Get the fuck off my platform, bro. Links. Go to your damn platform and link yourself. I ain't friends with none of you cats. And I don't want to hear nothing from none of y'all. All of y'all from the devil. You heard me? All you dudes are from the devil. And the Most High, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, he put me here to execute judgment, to speak his word. All of you dudes are going down. That's right. You're all going to be punished for all the souls and all the women you destroyed, all the innocent victims, the pain that you caused women, the souls that you ripped, the women that you violated sexually, the women you beat and abused. The God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob is going to crush you, all of you. So get the fuck off my platform and go to yours and cry. Over here, we're focusing on the truth. None of you dudes is friends with me, right? Now, let's get back to the content. Let's see what we got. You said it is not their fault. They can't get women over here. Well, we know they can't get women in the States. None of these, listen. When you look at these so-called passport dudes, right? When you really look at them, these dudes are losers. These dudes never hit the gym a day in their life. A lot of these dudes, if they were to take off their shirts and walk around, you'll be like, nah, something wrong, bro. A lot of these dudes are goofy. They can't get women naturally, like natural. The reason why they go overseas is because they can't get a woman here. It's not that women in America are bad. The women in America are not bad. They're really not. It's just that we're living in a different time. So you got to understand the game. A lot of these dudes are just washed up and they don't have no confidence. So they can't walk in a room and the ladies immediately start looking at them. They don't got it. They go overseas because they know they can run game on those ladies because those ladies are not educated like the women in America. Listen, the most impoverished woman in America is smart when it comes to these damn dogs. She already know. You got women in America that are not even all that attractive. And yet she's not stupid. She know what these dudes are about. That's why they take their circus overseas. Let me see. Shout out to Kobe for $20 support again. Says at Rello, do you think your 4 channels went down by mistake? I got you interrogated at the airport and the feds are after you. Thank me, ninja. Okay, appreciate you for the support. That Cole sounds bad. I feel bad for you. Cole is not bad, and don't feel bad for me. See, y'all got to watch y'all words. Ain't nothing bad, right? Don't feel bad for me. Nothing's wrong. Everybody has a cold. It's normal. It's a part of life. Matter of fact, when you're experiencing this, your body is healing yourself. You're actually healing. It's not really a cold. I say I'm a little under the weather. That's it. That's your body fighting off whatever it is. That's all that is. If it was bad, I would not be online streaming. Trust and believe me. If it was bad, I would not be online streaming. Right? I'm pretty sure you went to work and you were a little bit under the weather. It doesn't mean you're suffering and you're down and out and you're suffering and dying somewhere. I don't like all of that negative stuff. Right? Shout out to Zato in the building. And make sure y'all hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed already. We're talking about real issues, guys. These passport bros are a disgrace to us black men, and we have to rid them out of the community. All of them. You know what I'm saying? They're toxic. They're bringing our image down. And you just got to keep it a buck. These dudes are disgusting. They take advantage of women. And they give us a bad name around the world. Like with all the stuff going on right now with Floyd, it's really making black men look like animals, bro. Like we're looking bad out here. Even if you're not a passport bro, it's making you look bad. Because think about how the Brazilian people see us as black men now. They're looking at us like we're just horrible people, you know? And I'm sure I got people in Brazil that watch my content. They know that I'm not like that. But at the same time, it's like, it's not good. It's not good for business, you know? Because it makes you feel some type of way if you wanted to visit Brazil. It's like you can't even visit, you know? It's crazy. I'm hearing a lot of guys are upset about this. You have a lot of guys that are taking the passport bro title off their name. I've seen a couple of channels. They had passport bro as their channel. They took that name off their channel now. That's how bad it is. You know? Yeah, these idiots made it bad for everybody, all of us, you know? It's crazy. And I'm hearing about it. A lot of guys are upset. There are some YouTube channels where, you know, you have dudes that travel and their content is not about showing women behind. When you see these creepy passport bros, they be zooming in with their cameras on women butts. Women are walking down the street. They don't know that woman from nowhere. Why your camera's on her butt, dog? Why you do that for? Why are you sexualizing these women in their country? This is what these passport bros do. I seen a video with Floyd. It looked like they were on some moped, and he took the camera and zoomed in on this lady's butt that's on the moped. I guess some guy is riding her to the wherever destination. He's filming her butt, bro. A real sicko. That's what these dudes do. And these dudes are old dudes, bro. These dudes are in their 40s, 50s, and 60s and doing this weirdo stuff. See, some of these passport bros are pedophiles. Some of them are just straight sexual deviants. Some of them are grapists, molesters, drunkards, abusers of women. These guys are evil. They're evil, fam. Make no mistake about it. Make no mistake about it, fam. Every time you look on social media, they beating women up. They fighting other dudes. They're getting kicked out of bars and countries. It's toxic. That's why they mad at me when I speak. But don't come to my platform with your nonsense. I don't like none of you dudes. Go to your platform and talk and make your noise. Don't come over here. You're not welcome. You're welcome to view. Anybody can view. But I don't rock with none of you dudes. And I'm not trying to rock with none of you. You dudes are disgusting. You know what I mean? You dudes are disgusting animals. All they do is abuse women. It's a time that's coming for you guys. All that abuse, violating women's souls, taking their spirit, you know, pumping and dumping them. Think about how many women these dudes impregnated overseas. Think about how many young girls a lot of these passport bros sexually assaulted, held down against her will. And these dudes literally violated them, beat them up, and then threw them out because they know nobody would fight for her. Think about it, guys. Think about it. That's why they can't stand me, because I'm real. I speak on the real issues and I don't sugarcoat. You know? Think about what's going on, man. You said the older heads should have been hollering at old boy, like you making the spot hot. You got to chill, like EPMD. Yeah, they should have did that. He is making the spot hot. All of them. They making the spot hot. And the thing is, I don't care for none of these passport bros. And I'm talking about the negative ones. If you a traveling dude and you ain't doing no wrong to nobody, I don't got no beef with you. I don't even know you. I'm talking about these suckers on YouTube who's always doing evil and is making us black men look bad. I'm calling them out. I don't like these dudes, bro. I don't like them. They take advantage of women. That's all they do. They do evil. And then you got the viewers supporting these animals. Why are you guys financing the operation of sex tourism? That's sick. Y'all supposed to cancel that mess, bro. Dudes out here traveling around for free. Nah, bro. Traveling around here for free, taking advantage of women. This don't make no sense, bro. No sense whatsoever. Let's see what we got. Somebody said this hollering guy is like my daughter's age, LOL. Your daughter's 48? Because if you're talking about me, I want to know, is your daughter 48? And why are you watching me for? I'm a grown-ass man. If you don't like me talking, I don't know what you're watching me for. Right? Go find something else to do. Go beat your meat to some corn, because we know that's what you do all the time. Because most of you guys don't got no woman anyway. All you do is beat your meat. And pretty much, that's most likely what Floyd was into. Sending a bunch of ninjas a bunch of damn tapes of underage kids so they could beat off to. That was the operation he was running. See what we got. Let's see. Did I shout out Rollo? Hold on. Yeah, shout out to Floridian Rollo for the $5 support. Says coming by to support on the purpose in Brazil. You will have to have 7K. Oh, now they raised it up? I thought it was 2. Wow. You will have to have 7K in 2026 in your bank to have entry, and they will search certain black men, fam. Wow. That means that they just did something updated. Because last time I heard, I think it was 2,000. I think it was 2,000 to 3,000 you had to have. I was watching some other videos, and some of these passport bros was saying that in order to just enter, You gotta have like 2 bands. I mean, you should have at least 2 bands in your account. Now you saying 7? Wow. That's crazy, man. And it's because of these guys. To all you passport bros that are mad with me, did you hear what Raul just said? You can thank Floyd for that mess. And all these other passport bros that get caught up in the media. Thank them. Because now a lot of you passport bros won't even be able to enter Brazil. Because a lot of y'all broke anyway. So now you would have to have 7K. That's crazy. And I think that's a good look. I'm glad they making that decision. Shout out to Brazil, man. They should have been had that thing set up, because it's like these dudes come down there just to take advantage of the women, bro. You said prices for plane tickets off top, 1,000 to 2,000 round trip. Man, that's crazy, bro. Well, I don't really care for it because, I'm not no passport bro. So that's not bothering me. That's bothering them boys. You said money is not an issue if they're on the dark web. Well, yeah. If they're on the dark web, they're getting a lot of money. That's another thing. How much money was Floyd making? Being that he was running that operation. That's crazy, man. And again, I don't know how we're going to get the updates, because I don't think the way Brazil do what they do, I don't think it's like how it is over here in the States, where they update us about what went down. I don't think they're going to update us. I think it's just like, you're just never going to see Floyd again. Or maybe somebody who's in Brazil can fill us in on how this goes. I don't know. Maybe I have to check out some of these other channels to find out how will we be able to get more updates in regards to the Floyd case. Like, do they update the people, or is it like they just keep it quiet? In other words, they went to prison and it's a done deal. They go to trial privately and they throw them in the prison cell. Because with the way this look, Floyd life is over. Based on what's going on right here. Because if he's in a prison in Brazil somewhere, that man is not going to last, bro. He's not going to make 2 years, bro. They're going to take him out. They're going to take him out. That man going to get violated in the worst ways, bro. Trust and believe that, bro. Once they find out, listen, let me tell you something, man. I know for a fact that out in Brazil in the prison, most of the law enforcement know the inmates too, and tell them this American did this and he did that. When we put him in there, you take care of him. It ain't like how it is over here in America, bro. It's cutthroat over there. Anything goes. So your boy Floyd is literally in hell right now. He already reaped his judgment for all his sins of being a whoremonger male. And that's the judgment that is supposed to fall on all these passport bros that have been doing this over the years. Taking advantage of women. You have to think about it. Women are considered the weaker vessel according to the scriptures. And all of these men been taking advantage of women for years and years and years, just violating our women, violating women overseas, just pumping and dumping and busting these women wide open like it's a sport. And it's cool with these guys. It's a sport. No, there's judgment for that, man. There's judgment for this, man. And all of these guys are going to get their judgment. It's just that simple, man. Shout out to Multi B minus for the $20 support. Says for clarification, I meant he is my daughter's age. That's why the old heads should have hollered at him. Peace to your platform. Keep doing that work. Okay. I guess you clarifying. All right. So my apologies if I got your comment wrong. Shout out to Corey for the $5 support. Says, Ringo, continue to expose these weirdos. Your content is the truth. Continue the good work. Appreciate the encouragement. I definitely will. See, here's the thing. We're moving into 2026, and a lot of these men on social media are still thinking like we're in 2015. A lot of the brothers that was in this spaces around 2015, I came into YouTube in 2006, but around 2015, like let's say 2015 to about 2017 was a time in which a lot of these men in this space had a purpose. They understood the mission, and there was a lot of fallouts. A lot of people fell out. A lot of content creators went their own way respectfully. People just didn't agree no more. But it was a time when the men understood the purpose of what our mission was. It was a respect that we all had for one another. It was the good old days where there was no rivalry, no beefing, no, I think I'm better than you. It was like once the money thing came in, when monetization came in on YouTube, man, it just made everybody switch up. Everybody started switching up. Once they realized they could get a check, it's like the loyalty with a lot of dudes went out the window. And we used to have like respect for one another. Now it's like it's cutthroat. That's why I can't really trust none of these content creators on YouTube. Like there was a time when I wanted to. Sometimes I try to, reach out to certain people, but it's like people are very, very stuck up and conceited. Like some people have large platforms now. They're making a lot of money now. It's like you can't even talk to them no more. It's like it's real sick. And it shouldn't even matter how much money you make. People should be able to communicate with you. Doesn't really matter. The relationships is what's important. And I feel that right now, with what happened with the Floyd situation, it's a good time to turn this image of how we are looked upon as black men totally around, because it's horrible right now. And all we're doing is beefing online. That's all we do. Beef online. Argue back and forth. Nobody's being mature no more. People got to hold people accountable. Hold them accountable, hold them to the fire, and try to make this thing right before we go into the new year, because we can't go into the new year like this. It's really bad right now. This situation with Floyd shook the black sector of YouTube. Some creators know about it, but refuse to talk about it. And I get it. They just don't want no part of it. They just focusing on making their money, doing what they got to do. And I get it. At the same time, you would want them to get involved, but they probably done themselves. They probably like, look, I'm done. I don't got no time. You really can't save the space. You can't really save these people. These people are finished. It is what it is. I just use my expertise. My expertise is doing these kind of videos. I'm very good at it. I'm very, very good at breaking these videos down. Unfortunately, for these key YouTubers that are doing toxic things, it's up to the community to judge them and hold them accountable. Look, guys, if me and Floyd was friends, and y'all seen me in videos with him, and I have 300 videos of Floyd in my videos, y'all would not give me no rest. Y'all be coming at me 24 hours a day. Y'all know that. So what I'm trying to figure out is, if you know that Auston literally brought this guy in, and then he went and did damage control, threw the Passport Bros under the bus, threw the Red Pill brothers under the bus. Why y'all rocking with Auston? Why y'all still trying to salvage what's left of Auston and figure, well, it's not really his fault when he threw you under the bus, and then switch the video title after doing the damage? That's the problem. Black men don't know how to regulate things. They don't know how to regulate things. When somebody get out of line and do things that disrupt the community and make the block hot, it needs to be dealt with by the community. The community has to vote and be like, bro, we don't rock with you no more, dog. You said you getting married? Go get married, bro. We can't rock with you, bro. You're doing too much. Because to be honest, when BMT put out that video breaking the story, because based on the words on the streets, he was the first one that released the news about Floyd. I didn't even watch his video yet, to be honest. I didn't even watch it yet, right? But for Floyd to be the dude that rocked with, for Auston to be the dude that rocked with Floyd for all that time, he should have never made a video. He should have never came into the public to address nothing. And what he did was a sucker move. Because he came in not to address the situation, he came in to try to distance himself. That don't work. You can't distance yourself from history. You have history with this guy. You can't distance yourself from that. No. And it's up to you viewers to hold him to the fire. He can't just come online and say, hey, I distanced myself from Floyd, and yeah, I just distanced myself from the passport bros. I'm distanced. So make viewers distance Auston from your money. If Auston were to distance himself from the passport bros, distance himself from the red pills, distance himself from Floyd, distance Auston from your money. Don't view his videos no more. Don't click on his videos no more. Don't support, no cash apps, nothing. He want to distance himself. Okay, cool. You distance yourself, I'm going to distance my money. That's what I'm going to do. Because when you understand how social media work, people need to be held accountable. This man slandered the entire black community on social media with his video. He made it look like all of us men are looking for underage girls. He kept stressing virgins, that we're all looking for virgins. That's what he was doing. He did this in his video. He made all black content creators, passport bros, red pill brothers. He made us all look like we're searching for underage girls to get with, to have kids. This is what he was doing in his video. He kept stressing it. And I'm like, what is he doing? Why is you saying that? Why are you doing that? He tried to make himself look like he's speaking against the toxic men in the space when he's the toxic man. And that is what I don't like. I don't like that kind of hypocrisy, man. Don't be a hypocrite. Don't be a hypocrite when you know you out here doing dirt and now you want to pass off the situation like, oh, I'm getting married soon. You ain't getting married, dog. Stop lying to these people, Auston, by telling them you getting married. Stop it. You ain't getting married. Whatever woman you with, she gonna leave you, right? You ain't getting married. Because I'm gonna tell you straight, with all this drama that's going on, no woman in her right mind should want to be around you. Because you're no good, bro. You're toxic, bro. And I don't care for you. You know? People like you, all you do is destroy souls and destroy women. There's no goodness in you. There's no good spirit in you. You have an evil spirit. And people like you're the type of person that the Most High send me to so that I can rebuke. That's why I do these videos, because the Most High know that I'm going to crush you. He knows that. He knows I'm going to use all my expertise and all my skills to reach the viewer. And then the viewer is going to execute judgment. All I got to do is speak the word. And they're going to hear the things that I say, and they're going to realize it. And again, let me show the court what's going on, because, again, this is the court of public opinion. Auston, before, his video title was Passport Bros in Brazil with 6-year-olds. Before. After, he switched the title to Are Americans in Brazil with 6-year-olds. Think about that. Notice the video have 1,400 likes, and before, here we go. It had 1,300 likes. You see that? Why would he switch the title, guys? Why would he switch the title like that? Yeah, that title was wicked, beyond wicked. That title is disgusting, because he threw the Passport Bros under the bus. And you wondering why I'm talking about Passport Bros. You wondering why? Now, again, you got Passport Bros that are out here that are evil and wicked. But then you got traveling brothers. See, everybody don't call themselves Passport Bros. But what he did, guys, what he did is he not only threw the Passport Bros under the bus, he threw the Red Pill brothers under the bus. And I think the dude that made the video, I think his name is Mr. Fantastic. I think that's the name. He made a video about the situation, I believe. And he was more or less coming from the place of what Holleman did with that title in regards to the Red Pill brothers. I guess he was defending the Red Pill. I'm not sure which group he was defending, the Red Pill or the Passport Bro. I don't really care about all that. But he was speaking against the fact that he made that title, disrespecting and putting all of us brothers in the pot of being pedophiles. Because the title says Passport Bros, more than one, in Brazil with 6-year-olds, OLDS. That's more than one child, not one. So the way his title come across is that there's a group of Passport Bros in Brazil messing with underage children. So people are going to click. Look at the views on his video. It's probably at 30,000 views. You guys are helping Auston to get a check. The more you click, the more he make money off of slandering and disparaging the image of black men on social media. That title was disgusting. And not only that, to add insult to injury, his entire video was throwing shade at the Red Pill brothers. Listen, we all came out of the Red Pill. All of us. Every last one of us brothers came out of the Red Pill. Some of you still stuck in Red Pill rage. Some of you still probably learning the Red Pill. Listen, the Passport Bros came out of the Red Pill. So for Auston to throw the Red Pill brothers under the bus, he threw himself under the bus. He thought he was doing something smart because he knew the Brazilian law enforcement going to be watching him. So he's trying to wash his hands. I'm going to review the video, but I want to review it. I'm going to review it in the morning because I'm going to add in some key things I want you guys to see. I don't just want to just react to the video. I want to put my edits in there so I can show you what Auston said, what he did, so that anybody that watched the playback of his video will know he's a hypocrite. That's why I don't understand when this dude is getting salty about people making videos. He don't care about nobody else making videos. You don't see him crying over O'Shea's video. You don't see him crying over Mr. Fantastic's video. You don't see him crying over BMT's video. You don't see him crying about nobody else's video. He's worried about me because I'm the one that's effective. I've always been the one that's effective. I've always been the one that when I make videos, it get under the skin of these devils because they're doing evil. They're doing evil, guys. People are suffering out here. Women need protection. A lot of these women overseas need protection. And I don't even think the natives of these countries understand how these black predators are literally overseas just destroying women and children. You know? And it's just sick. How Austin don't know about the likeness of what Floyd been doing. He got to know something. It's up to you folks to press him. You guys have to do that. Can't be letting people get away. He brought this dude to the space, bro. And now with this negativity, it's going to sit on us for a long time. Because if you're black, you're going to be looked upon as a problem now. If you travel anywhere, especially to Brazil, don't even go to Brazil. Because then again, you got to have $7 grand in your account based on what Rallo said. That's crazy. That means that they made a change. I don't know where Rallo got it. He probably just looked it up. Maybe he heard it on the news. But, that's crazy, man. But, hey, all right. What if you're already in Brazil? Does this only take effect with the 7K in your account if you're not in Brazil? Meaning, like, if you want to visit, visit Brazil, or is it if you're currently in Brazil, you have to have 7K in your account? I don't know how it works. Oh, you got it. Wait, let me see. You got it. Come up out those pockets to go to Brazil. Yeah, I think Brazil did the right thing because you guys got to do what y'all got to do to protect your country and make people respect you. Because here's the thing that this is the cloth that I'm cut from. If I was visiting Brazil, number one, I could be in the poorest area. I'll respect the locals. I respect the locals. I'll do my best to make sure that I'm not doing anything offensive. I would try to link up with somebody in Brazil to kind of get an understanding of the do's and the don'ts in the area. In other words, I just want to follow the rules. So I'll link up with somebody that's Brazilian, that understand English, and I'll have a list of questions like, okay, if I do this, would I get in trouble? Oh yeah, you'll definitely get in trouble. Okay, so you give me a rundown of the do's and the don'ts. Obviously, I have common sense of what not to do, but I would want to find out from the locals to make sure that I'm not offending anyone. Because you could come from the States, from the United States, and you're just regularly talking to people, and you could do something that offend them. Literally. Like in the States, a lot of times you'll greet somebody a certain way. Well, in other countries, you can't do that. You get what I mean? So you got to respect the culture. You got to respect people's business places. You got to watch your alcohol. You don't want to be drunk in public. You just want to make sure, and also you want to learn the language. If there's anything that I feel that if you're visiting Brazil or anywhere, learn the language as much as you can, because I think that if you learn the language, or at least attempt to try, just the basics to kind of form a little conversation, they'll respect you a little more, because they'll be like, okay, this guy, he learned a little bit of the language, so I got to give him credit for that. At least they know, because, it's not easy to learn. So I would at least learn that if I were, because there's places I want to visit, but I want to learn the language, There's certain Asian countries I want to visit because of I want to travel to actually learn about different instruments, like in Asian countries, to see the instruments and actually use them in person and find out about them and even possibly purchase these instruments. But that's what I would travel for. It's not for no women and all this other goofy stuff. But like, I see a lot of videos with Americans going to the Middle East, or what's that place, man? Dubai. And these guys don't understand that when you go to Dubai, you can't come down there dressed like this. You got to put on the outfits that they have. I don't know what you call them, but you got to respect their culture. You got to take off your name brand clothing, put on their attire, their shoes, dress appropriate, and let your woman dress appropriate. That's called respect. So that when you walk around, the natives see you, everybody see you fit in. A lot of people don't know how to do these things, man. Yeah, you'll be in jail in Dubai. Yeah, they don't play that mess. And I think that wherever you come from, whether it's Brazil, Thailand, or whatever the case is, when Americans show up, they need to respect your place. And I think that it's up to you guys to really set that standard, because a lot of these guys in the States over here, man, they think that they could just go overseas and just do whatever they want to do. They figure you in some third world country. That's how they always call these places, third world countries. And they feel like they could just go there and disrespect the women. Sooner or later, you traveling guys, y'all going to get dealt with. Y'all going to go down to Brazil, play that mess, and the men in Brazil, they're going to set y'all straight. They're going to really set y'all. They're going to get tired of this, bro. And they're going to see you coming, and you're going to have a group of strong men. They're going to approach you guys, and they're going to kick your asses out, bro. They ain't going to play that mess no more, man, because y'all disrespecting their women. And they know the only reason why you coming down to Brazil is to get their women. They know that already. You said Cardi B covered up when she did her concert over there. Yeah, she better follow the rules, but at least she respect herself enough to do what is necessary. I find it to be, when I see people adapting to the cultures of other countries and places, I think that's a good look. It shows that you respect other people. I kind of learn a lot of that stuff watching this musician artist named Yanni. I don't know if any of you know who he is, but he is my favorite musician of all time. I've been listening to his music since I was very, very young. And he's a musician, and he traveled the world, and he do concerts all over the place. He have a orchestra of a band of all different nationalities, and they play all of these world instruments and stuff like that. And watching him travel and do music, I began to learn about other cultures, whether it's in Japan or I think, where's that other place at? It was the Taj Mahal. He did a concert at the Taj Mahal. It's a very beautiful environment, man. And he always gives speeches before he do the music. And the people in those lands, when you come from other places and you respect their culture and you speak some of their language, they go crazy. They start clapping because they're like, wow, you're American, or you come from here, and you learn, and you're wearing their outfits, you're wearing what they wear. Fam, you have to respect where you visit. And I feel that passport bros do not respect these places. They look at these places as places just to find women to have sex. And I think that's disgusting. A lot of you brothers and sisters from the Dominican Republic, that you're really Dominican, a lot of these Americans come over there just to sleep with women. That's all they come there for. And it's sick. They shouldn't be disrespecting your place like that. You need to take that personal. As a man, you should take that personal to know that all these American men are coming down to the DR, not because they want to enjoy your food, culture, music, see the sights, take pictures, memories. No. they get word from passport bros that the women are easy. That's crazy. But that's what they're doing, man. You know? I remember when I was working at this agency in New York, I never seen a Brazilian woman up close and personal until that particular day. I was at the store with my buddies. It was when I first got into that agency. I was at the bottom of the totem pole in the job, making the least amount of money. You know, I was struggling bad, you know, until years later when I moved up in the company. But I remember I was outside of the Arab store. So the Arab guy was talking and he was like, yes, my wife, she's coming now. And, you know, because we wanted him to make some sandwiches. We was getting some sandwiches from the store. And he was like, yes, my wife, she's Brazilian. And I was like, really? And he's like, yes, she's coming now. You're going to see her. And we there standing. We didn't expect what we was expecting. A nice car pulled up. She came out the car. My mouth dropped off. I couldn't believe it. This lady was ultra beautiful. You can't even call her beautiful. You got to find another word. That word is, calling her beautiful is offensive. That's how good she looked. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it, bro. That's my first time ever seeing a Brazilian woman up close and personal. And this woman was well built, flawless. All we talked about the rest of the day at work was that one woman. And then the next day we went back to the store and we saw the Arab guy. We was like, man, we was just smiling. We was just like, hey, you the man. You the man. And he was like, you know what he told us? He's like, you have to have plenty money. That's what he said. But what I'm saying here, and saying all of that, is he went down there. He went down there, but he married her. That's the big difference. He didn't go down there as a passport bro to pump and dump. He went down there and he got with her and he married her. That's his wife. That's his wife. He's an Arab guy and he have a Brazilian wife. But he was joking around with us. He was like, you have to have plenty of money to have a lady like that. I mean, I know there's some truth to that, but at the same time, it was a different experience because I never seen a lady like that before. That was crazy. And that doesn't mean all the women in Brazil is exactly like her, because wherever he got her from, man, that's crazy. But yeah, man, these traveling guys, it's up to us in the community to really hold them accountable. You viewers, you got to demand better from the content creators. When you viewers see content creators involved in stuff like this, you know, you got to call it out. You got to call it out. Even if we're not, see, here's the thing. We're not saying that Auston was messing with kids. No, nobody said that. At the same time, he was friends with a man for a long time. A long time. So he had to know things. You guys have to get that out of him. Or just be done with him. Because enough is enough. Too many of us are going to have a bad rap because these guys keep going out here doing goofy stuff. The space would never have known anything about a Floyd if he didn't bring him in. He introduced Floyd to YouTube. He was like, he's one of my subscribers. We got the video. I showed the video where Auston said that Floyd is one of his subscribers and he was inspired to come out here because of me. That's what he said. And from that day, they've been hanging out. I don't know when was the last time they stopped hanging out, but Floyd already done learned enough to roll solo and do his own thing. And he most likely started to learn how to make money. You know? Let me see. To the person that keep talking about somebody fleeing Rio, I don't even know who you're talking about. Why don't you go talk about it? Because you're saying talk about someone fleeing Rio. I don't know who you're talking about. I don't watch these people. So you're saying a name. I don't care. I don't know who you're talking about. Do you understand? You want me to go talk about somebody fleeing Rio? I don't know who that is. I don't know who he is. You do. So you go talk about it. I don't know who that is. What I'm talking about is what I know. And what I know is that what's this guy name? Floyd and Auston knew each other, and they were cool with each other for a long time. And as soon as Floyd get caught up, all of a sudden, Auston come out with videos distancing himself. That was pretty fast, too. He did that quick. And the way he did it was sad because he put that dude under the bus, man. And see, a lot of people keep misinterpreting my words when I said he's supposed to be loyal to his partner. I'm not saying loyal in terms of supporting a PDF file. That's not what I'm saying. If you know this dude and y'all are partners and you know him, the best thing to do is just not say anything. In other words, if he got busted, I'm just going to stay quiet. I'm not going to have nothing to say. I just stay quiet, let the people talk, because people are going to talk regardless, you know? Because if Auston wasn't hanging with him recently, and there was like a separation of them not hanging out, and it was like for about a couple of months, then under those circumstances, even though he once knew him and hanged with him a lot, if he would have just stayed quiet and not say a word, don't throw the passport bros under the bus, there would have been no publicity to this thing. It would have just been Floyd get arrested in Brazil. And it would have been nothing. But when Auston opened his mouth, it created a firestorm. And the brothers started realizing that he threw everybody under the bus. Auston threw all of us under the bus, whether you like it or not. Auston's video that he got on his page right now is continually throwing all of us brothers under the bus as pedophiles. That's basically what he did. He called all of the passport bros pedophiles with that one video. All the red pill brothers. He ain't even mentioned no names. How come he ain't mentioned names? How come he didn't say, well, I'm talking about this person. I'm talking about that person. First of all, why would you even be talking about anybody when you should be talking about Floyd? That's a red flag, guys. That should make you know that he was doing damage control. He was protecting his own image, guys. That's all he was doing, protecting his own image. He knew the backlash was coming. He knew. And it's my personal belief that before BMT broke that story, Auston already knew, in my opinion. Auston already knew. Because Auston can speak a little bit and understand a little bit of the language. So I'm sure he subscribed to those Brazilian news channels. And he most likely heard something. He probably go to websites. You never know. There's probably a WhatsApp group, something. And he get info. Then he probably got people that tip him off with information. So he had to know something in advance before these other guys. You know, and he just didn't say nothing. Just waiting to see what happened. You know? But you got the ladies are talking about it now. And see, here's the thing. When the ladies start to talk about these issues, us brothers are finished. Well, not me, because I'm good. But the image of black men is done because the women are going to literally go in and there's nothing that you could do about it. There's nothing you could do about it. So it's just one big mess, man. One big filthy mess. And it's going to get worse as the days go on. So people could continue to hide and act like they don't see these videos and whatnot. Like I said, Holleman shouldn't even be on social media right now. He should have took a hiatus, but he's busy online trying to defend himself. And to me, that's a bad look because if you were once hanging out with Floyd and now he busted and you got a plethora of videos on your platform with him, I would have got off YouTube already. I would have got off YouTube and went on a hiatus, went on my Instagram and be like, hey guys, I know y'all hearing about such and such and such. I'm taking me a break from social media. I'm going to get married. It is what it is. I don't got no time for all of this drama. And I would have been out. Forget all of that mess, bro. Because anything you say, people going to say something anyway. So don't say anything. And what he did, rather than speaking the truth, being accountable, like this is all he had to do. And I talked about this already. If Holleman was smart, from when all of this happened with Floyd, even if Holleman wasn't with him doing the pedo stuff, at least from what we can see, right? By the pure fact he knew him, he was supposed to come on social media and do this. Hey guys, I know you're watching the news. You're probably hearing about the situation with Floyd. I know a lot of you guys saw me in a lot of videos with him. I introduced him to the space, and I know a lot of you guys got questions. I know a lot of you guys are probably angry right now. I'm just going to let you guys know I'm taking full responsibility for my part in introducing him to you guys. I took that guy shopping. I did this. I did that. There's a lot of things that I know about Floyd that, you know, I don't tell you guys. And I feel ashamed. And this is really embarrassing right now. Like, it really is embarrassing. I'm going to take some time off because even though I'm not the one that got arrested, I still feel a sense of responsibility for, you know, things kind of going the way it went. Because, you know, Floyd did learn a lot of things from me. And this is what he should have been saying, y'all. This is what he should have been saying. Because Floyd learned from him. Floyd didn't know nothing about no passport, bro. He was doing audits in the streets, irritating police. You understand? He didn't know nothing about being no passport, bro. He was inspired by Auston. He went to Brazil with nothing. And Auston bought him clothes, shoes, flip-flops, and so forth. And from then, he pretty much showed him the ropes, showed him where to go, how to talk to these ladies, how to do this, how to do that, how to move and shape, to the point where Floyd was able to do it himself. And these are the type of things that Auston got to take responsibility for. But he refused to do it. In his mind, Floyd is a man. He made his own decisions. I don't got nothing to do with it. That's crazy. I'm not buying that, man. Because like I said, if the shoe was on the other foot and it was me, if it was Ringo TV and I was hanging out with Floyd and you viewers know that, I'll be finished. Y'all be coming for me like never before. I know that. People come for me, and I didn't even do anything wrong. People be talking about me. People talk about me in a negative way, and I didn't do nothing wrong. So I know they would be coming after me if it was another situation. You know? It don't make no sense, bro. Absolutely none. because this situation is bad, real bad. And that's why I don't rock with none of these dudes, bro, because there's no honor amongst these men. These men, listen, these men do not know how to speak publicly to the viewers. They don't know how to talk. They don't know how to do nothing. They gaslight viewers. And then they do these speeches and things after the fact, after they learn from other men like myself. In other words, I could be speaking about these things, and then you'll see them go do what I already done said. And you have to think about it. They're only doing it because I said it. They didn't do it from the beginning, so it don't count. Why? Because it didn't come from the heart. You're just doing it to save face. It's not taken. You know? You got to do it from the start, not after the fact, not after everybody done told you what to do. Now it's not sincere now. It's like reading a teleprompter. You see? So I'm going to get up on out of here, guys. Like I said, I'll do that video in the morning because that video was horrible, man. Absolutely horrible. And see, the thing about this is the damage is done, bro. The damage is already done. The way Auston disrespected the community, the brothers, the Red Pill brothers, disrespected the Passport Bros, and basically called all of us predators and rapists and you know, like we all want underage girls and we want virgins. He kept stressing that for some reason. I don't know why he kept stressing that all of us want virgins. This is what he was doing. This is what he was saying, that we want virgins because we want to have all these kids. I'm like, wow. Why would you say that? He ain't mentioned no names. That's another red flag when they don't mention no names. And he kept saying in this space, you know, but he ain't mentioned no names. Never listen to anybody talking about something if they not mentioning no names. If you ain't mentioning no names, I don't want to hear nothing. I'm tired of all that sneak dissing, sneak talking, riddle speaking. Make the viewer know who you talking about. Let the viewer know who you talking about. You know? So I'm going to get up on out of here, guys. Shout out to everybody in New York. I heard y'all got a bunch of snow and whatnot. Sure, it was 70 degrees in North Carolina today, bro. That's crazy, right? It's going to be 70s. Let me see. I'm not sure if it's going to be 70s. I'm not sure if it's going to be a 70 tomorrow. I think for the next 3 days, I think it's going to be up in the 70s for the next 3 days. It's pretty good weather. It was like 72 degrees. Pretty good. It is what it is, man. You have to name names. You have to name names. Names is very important. A lot of these content creators, they don't want to be accountable for anything. Everybody get roasted on YouTube. There's a time everybody go through it. There's a time you're going to be the story. Every content creator is going to experience a time when they're going to be headline news and everybody going to be going in. You know what I mean? It is what it is. That's what happens on social media. I just don't like when people cry when they're being criticized. People criticize me and slander my name every day. You don't see me crying. I just ignore the bull crap and keep it going. Or I put out one video clearing my name and then I keep it moving. You have people slander my name for years and years and years with false allegations. And they keep doing that over and over and over and over and over and over. And it's dumb now. It's stupid. You know what I'm saying? And then when we got real situations like this with real pedophiles, real pedos that got proof and arrests and victims, then all of a sudden now, people try to protect the predators now. Isn't that amazing? The predators is getting preferential treatment now. Anyway, guys, I'm going to get up on out of here. Y'all take care. Peace and blessings to everybody that showed up. Have a blessed day, blessed evening, wherever you are in the world. We'll go take care of some business. I'm going to do that reaction video in the morning. It is what it is. What's this person says? You did a whole live spending hours talking about another man. I mean, yeah, it's sick, but you need to stop deriding. You're watching me, right? So if you're watching me talking about another man, what does that make you when you're listening to another man? This is YouTube. On YouTube, we make videos. We talk about people. Whenever there's a breaking story, we talk about that person. So if you don't like it, why are you watching me for? Why are you listening to me? That's the question you need to ask yourself. Is it because you're nosy? Is it because you like listening to other men? Or maybe you just like listening to gossip or stories about other people. You're watching me, right? So if I spend hours talking about another man, so what? I'm a content creator. That's what I do. Did you tell O'Shea that? Did you tell BMT that? Did you tell any of these other content creators that? So you tell me that because you don't like Ringo TV. But did you tell all the plethora of content creators that are talking about this story the same thing you're telling me? No, of course not. Because you're a hypocrite. You're busy watching me, right? I mean, think about this idiot. Let me just put you on the block list because you're a dumbass. Just stupid people, bro. And it's those type of idiots, guys, that makes this space bad. They're just stupid people, guys. Imagine you're watching me and complaining about me doing my job. My job is to do content. If you don't like it, leave. Like, you're wasting your time here. His actions towards me is the equivalent of walking into a gay bar and complaining. That's like him walking into a gay bar, seeing gay men stripping, and he walk in the bar. And he's looking around like, hey, why you guys are swinging on poles and lap dancing on each other? Y'all men. What the heck is this place? Everybody's going to be looking at him like, why are you in here? You look stupid. Why are you in the establishment complaining about something you don't agree with? You look crazy. That's how you look when you come to my platform talking ish because you don't like my content. I could talk about whatever I want to talk about. I don't care. I'm doing my job. Just like when you watch TV, if you don't like what's on, you change the channel. That's what we used to do back in the day. We just changed the channel. I'm reporting the news. I'm educating the community. And I'm being straightforward, no sugarcoating. On this platform, guys, we don't lie. I call names and I don't sugarcoat. I don't got time for all of that. And I don't care who get upset. I'm going to ruffle up all the feathers. I don't care. The truth need to be spoken. And this is why God put me here. He put me here because he know I'm going to speak. He know I'm going to tell it like it is. I'm not going to sugarcoat or back down. I'm not. I'm not the kind of guy that back down to nothing. I've been here since 2006. None of these YouTubers was around when I started on YouTube. None of them. You know? So if you want the truth, subscribe to the channel. If you want that real talk, hit that like button, hype the videos, share it with a friend, tell them about Ringo TV. So that being said, I'm going to get up on out of here. Y'all take care. Peace and blessings to the mods in the chat. Caramel, Kim, and Kim, Forever Studios, Asandra. Shout out to everybody that showed up, everybody that supported the shows. You know, everybody that super chat, hit the like button. Appreciate everybody coming through. Without you guys, we don't have no content. When you guys show up, man, it encourages me. It motivates me to keep going, to keep getting, putting out this content. A lot of people been coming through. That means that they feeling the videos. So I must be doing something good because, the people really resonate with the content. And shout out to the content creators that are actually talking about the story the right way. Even if we don't agree, even if I don't rock with a lot of y'all, you still have a responsibility to do content about this situation. We don't have to agree. At the same time, you have to use your platform to share the truth, even if it hurts, even if people, want to unfollow you or whatever the case is. They criticize you, they laugh at you, whatever. I don't care. But you got to speak the truth. So that said, I'm out. Y'all take care. Peace. We out of here.